It's been a few days. I feel a little bit out of practice. I haven't streamed in a bit because I was in Seattle. But I'm back. We're gonna play some Sims. My plan is to try and build like a funky, floating, I don't know, something weird for a fairy to live in, basically, is my plan for today. So, did it, Tilly? That's weird. Well, anyway, welcome back. The jump scare you just got, oh, sorry. This is a weird time for me to stream, too. But I've got plans later, so oh, my headphones are tangled. The alternative would be I don't stream later, or I could have streamed this morning, but I wanted to get some recording done this morning, so I did this instead. Recorded earlier, did this now, you know? I also wasn't sure how I'd be feeling this morning with the time change, because it's 3 hours. But turns out I was in Seattle for a few days. I was waking up at 4 a.m. the entire time. So when I came home, it was as though nothing had changed. I woke up at 7 today, and like, that was normal. So it's almost like I didn't even go anywhere. Because I went to bed so early and woke up so early every day that I was in Seattle. That 3 hour time difference when you go to the West Coast, it gets you. It gets you, doesn't it? But anyway, hello and welcome back, everybody. Let me get into, maybe I'll make a new save actually for us to build in. We'll start fresh, you know? Yeah, the 3 hour time difference, I think what it is that when you go to like, I don't know, like when I've been to like London to visit Dan's family, 5 hours is a lot. Like that one, you expect like a jet lag and for it to be rough and like you're flying overnight, so it's like pretty bad. The 3 hours doesn't feel like it should be that bad, but it's a lot still. So it gets you. I think that's why. It's because you don't think in your head, oh, it's like 3 hours. But then it's like 9 p.m. and you're like, okay, well, I'm in bed. Sun hasn't set. I am going to sleep in the next 5 minutes. Like, you know? But anyway, let me just get a sim randomly and then we can start building and we'll talk. I have a lot to talk about, I guess. Let's add a fairy.
Hey, Reginu Nupsa.
I'm gonna pick whoever has the best wings. I can't even see those and you have scary teeth. Next. Ooh. That I can work with. Oh my god, this is cute. Okay, cool. Blair. Oh, the name Blair works for me with this sim. I'm not actually gonna play with them. I just wanted to have a fairy that I can test floating around with. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, that's the thing, right? About 1 hour time difference, 10 hour time difference is gonna be bad no matter what, isn't it? Any time difference will get you a little bit. What are we building today? Oh, we'll talk, Green Bean. I'm gonna give people a chance to come in and then we'll talk. We have lots to talk about, so don't worry. I'm gonna build something floating though. That's my plan. No, I'm not gonna stream twice today, Scones. I got plans later. I have, there's like this author event. Ashley Poston's gonna be in Orlando today, and I bought tickets like months ago. So I can't stream later because I have plans later. So I'm gonna do that, so I can't be live at my like normal time, which is why I'm streaming now. When I bought those tickets, I didn't know that I was gonna decide randomly to go to Seattle to go whale watching. So it wasn't supposed to be all at the same time, and yet all of a sudden it is. So, but it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So if the house is floating, there's space for a moat. Oh my god. You can't get away from it, can you? Oh gosh. Okay, where should I? We have so much to decide. So you know how in that save where I've been doing like fairy gameplay, I have that floating garden. This lot has kind of bad lighting, but you can see there's like a floating garden on this, right? What I want to do is build a house that is almost entirely floating. Like that's kind of the vision that I have, and the fairy can just like teleport around and like instantly fly to get up and down between the floaty spaces. But I don't really know where I want it to be. Like, I don't know. One could say you are motivated to build. Oh my god. You give these people an inch and they're gonna take a mile, won't they? With the moat thing. You think up here? We could probably do it up here. I think I'm gonna play Stardew on Sunday. Sunday, Melina. Sunday. We'll play Stardew. I think that should be the plan. We could build it on this like Greenwood Hamlet residence, maybe. We can also move it. I mean, the thing is, right, I put a lot of stress into me trying to decide what I want to do. But the thing is, like, we can just move it to a different lot if it's not working. So it's not like we're making some permanent decision right now. So it's okay. Like, I don't need to worry about this so much. It's gonna be all right. All right, I don't want it to rain. I also want you to be in your fairy form. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna just wait for the rain to go away. That's nice. Okay, we can build it here. I did just build a shop on this lot, Merlin. I sure did, yeah. But this isn't gonna be a shop, it's gonna be floating. So it's different. Okay, so couple of updates about my personal life. First, obviously I was gone, I was in Seattle. Went whale watching, honestly best day of my life. Like so cool, obsessed, had so much fun. Next thing, vet called, snaps lump, not cancerous. Oh my God. If you only knew the amount of relief I feel about this, because you know, like I've been sat here thinking like it's in the same place as her cancerous lump that she had removed last year. So I was like fully prepared for the worst. Like you know, it's not cancerous. Thank God. So Snap's fine. Aside from, you know, the disease and whatnot. Kidney disease, high blood pressure, whatever. But she's no cancer. So that's huge. Also, it is the kittens gotcha day. We found the kittens 2 years ago, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of really big cat stuff happening. I'm planning, I want to do like a photo shoot with the kittens to like post about it this weekend on Instagram. So let's just pretend that it's on Saturday, okay? Because I'm gonna like take some cute pictures of them. But yeah, they're 2. They are 2. I don't know when their actual birthday is. We talked about like saying that their birthday is the same day as Snap's and like just having cat day, because it probably would be about that exact time because they were about 5 weeks old when we found them. But their birthday is gonna be their gotcha day. It just makes more sense. So anyway, my kittens are 2 now, which isn't really a kitten anymore, but it feels like a kitten to me. Let me show you a picture from last night. Shrimp was like fully trying to cuddle her last night, to cuddle Snap, which is pretty funny of him because, well, this isn't, it's kind of dark, so it's hard to see, but she was letting him too. I think it's because everybody was just like glad we were home, but she wasn't even mad. They stay like that for like an hour. Sometimes when he sits that close to her, she like grumbles a little bit and then just like tolerates it, but no, they were sitting pretty close together and she even let it happen. So I know, no way it's been 2 years, right? It's terrible. Where does the time go? I have some really cute photos of them from like, look at this. My phone is giving me like memories from when we found them. Oh my God. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Look at this one. It's just like a little tiny baby. They're like the size of my hand. Oh, this is a video of one of them. I actually don't know which one that is. That's one of them licking my finger. Oh. You're gonna make me cry. Look at his little face. Anyway, so happy gotcha day to the kittens. Oh, here, this one's pretty good too. These photos are all taken in a row. That's early access to Horse Ranch. Snap's trying to like hit the horse. But yeah, those were the days back then. All these kittens. So sad. They grow up so quick. Yeah, Snap's pretty dedicated. Yeah, she's a simmer as well. So but yeah, the kittens are not even kittens anymore. I'm always, honestly, forever and ever and ever, the kittens are always gonna be kittens. Like, the kittens will be 15 years old. I'm gonna be calling them the kittens. Because as a duo, they just are the kittens, you know? So they always will be, even though they are grown up and bigger than Snap now. So they are still kittens. Your cat's 14, she's a baby kitten. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Frankie and Sam are doing really well. Frankie and Sam are the other two, the mom and the other baby that my parents adopted. They're doing really well too, obviously. I don't have as many pictures of them on my phone though, because I live with Sunny and Shrimp, so I have a bajillion photos of them on my phone, but I don't have as many of Frankie and Sam easily accessible. This is the thing. Whenever I'm like trying to talk about them, I have photos of them on my phone, but then I go to look and it's like, well, half the pictures on my phone are black cats. What are you gonna do? Search cat on your phone? Okay, scroll through 1,000 pictures of other black cats. Like, so to find them quick on stream, it's like, well, hold on guys, let me just like do some digging. There's 4 black cats in my life. Give me a second to scroll for a bit so I can get to the right one. But anyways, it's a very exciting day at being their gotcha day. When we found them, so they were in my parents' neighborhood, and Shanna had been like feeding and trying to get close to this stray cat that is Frankie, who was the mom, but we hadn't really gotten that close to her, so we didn't know she was pregnant, didn't know she was nursing, like who knew? Shanna had just been like seeing her around and stuff. So we were like, the plan was to try and get her a little bit more comfortable and then try and like take her in to check if she had like a microchip or anything. The neighbor calls and she's like, hey, is that black cat yours? And we're like, no, it's a stray, like, you know, we don't actually know who it is. She's like, okay, well, it's got some kittens in the storm drain outside my house. And we're like, no, I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? So it was like 7 p.m. I like drove over to my parents' house running. And me and Shanna like tried to catch them. Frankie was like pretty chill about it as well. Like it was like not really a problem, but we managed to catch them all, and I had them inside of like my little crate. And then we had kittens and like obviously no microchip or anything, but yeah, meanwhile Frankie was like 6 months old probably at the time. So like who knew? So scary. But anyway, everybody's fine now, everybody's healthy, so we've got kittens. Poor Frankie. What I think happened to her, because we found them like obviously in July, and the kittens were probably born about 5 weeks earlier, which is right around when UCF gets out of school. My parents live kind of nearby to UCF, so my assumption is that maybe a student like adopted Frankie, or maybe like had been feeding her, or something, like maybe they like left her when they moved and never got her spayed or anything, and just like left because people do stuff like that. They like get pets and then leave them behind when they move, which is just like, but the timeline works out that like maybe she would have been outside right around when UCF let out, and then she would have gotten pregnant straight away, probably in like May, and then kittens are born 8 weeks later or whatever. That's my assumption of what maybe happened, and that's why Frankie is like pretty friendly with humans, because she probably was with a human for a little bit, and then got left behind. But yeah, so horrible. But she's home now. She has a home. She will have no more kittens. So anyway, luckily everybody's safe and stuff, and it is a blessing that we have them. But I'm sorry that she had to have those babies outside in a sewer. You know, like that just really sucks. But yeah, that's the thing, like she probably got pregnant in her very first heat. Like she probably was just left outside so fast. And anyway, it's very lucky that we found them. They were also like relatively healthy as well, considering they were born outside. Like everything is good, which is good. No, Frankie does not visit Sunny and Shrimp. You can't really do that. I know that like for humans, it sounds really sad being like, oh my God, she doesn't see her babies, but she probably doesn't even know she has other babies. Like cats are not that, they aren't like that. Like she won't even, if she were to see them, she wouldn't think that's my baby. She would think, ugh, another cat, and then probably get really territorial and angry, and like probably wouldn't like that. So like she likes the cats she knows that she lives with, but she wouldn't like to see Sunny and Shrimp again because she would have forgotten about them. So it's not like they don't really want to travel either. Like They're not really, we project a lot of emotion onto them with like the baby thing and like their family, but she doesn't feel that way. Yeah, Frankie likes her house. She likes the cats she lives with. She doesn't know any other cats. Like, she doesn't need to, so. My parents have the mom and one of the babies, Bluesy, and I have the other 2 babies. There was 3 babies in the mom, so we found 4. But that's the thing, the cats are very scent driven and they don't smell like her house anymore. So they wouldn't recognize her. And you even have trouble sometimes with like cats, maybe if one of them goes to the vet and then comes home, the other cats in your house might not recognize them because they smell like the vet now. And they might get aggressive about it and like not remember because their brother went to the vet and now he smells different and I don't get it. I'm scared of him. So yeah, it's weird. They're very different than what you might expect. Like even when poor Shrimp got neutered, Sunny for like 12 hours was like, yikes. Like she did not like him. She would try and slap him. We had to keep him apart and it was really stressful, but like it was only for a little bit. Some people's cats have it for even longer. Like, yeah, it's just weird. They're different. Some people don't know that about them, but they're not the same as dogs or even like people, obviously. So, but anyway, happy gotcha day to the kittens, right? Courtney, I don't think that Frankie has like a Sam's my baby sort of energy about it. I think Sam's just a cat in the house. The same way that like Lemon is another cat in the house, my parents' other cat. But, see, that's so hard, Kenya. Like, that stinks. I'm, like, it sucks that it happened every single time. One of my friend's cats is like that. Like, one of them, like, hates the sister when she gets home from the vet every single time, without fail. And it takes, like, 24 hours for them to feel comfortable again. Which, like, if my cats were doing that to Snaps at the vet at this point, like, every 2 weeks. So, thank God my kittens don't feel that way or, like, care about Snap when she comes home from the vet like that. Because if they did... And if, like, they were hissing at her when she got home from the vet, oh my gosh. So, yeah, we're lucky that the kittens don't feel that way about Snap. Because she's always stinky like the vet. Always, basically. She's always there. Yeah, you're like, you know him, right? And then you have to do, like, the scent swapping thing. You, like, rub a blanket that smells like home on them. Yeah, no, I understand. My friend has to do the same thing. Ugh. Cats are so weird. They're like, this old lady keeps coming and going. I know. I know. Okay, well, anyway. The plan today was to build. And then I spent 20 minutes talking about cats instead, but that's okay. So the plan was to try and build some kind of house that's like a little bit floaty. I want it to be floating in the sky a little bit. So that's our plan. I'm gonna see if I can open another OBS so we can record it. We'll yap while we're building, probably, don't worry. We should at least start so we aren't staring at an empty lot. That would be nice if we had more than an empty lot built, you know? That would be nice. Okay, got this ready. Always valid to yap about cats. True. Oh, I also have this one's on display capture. There you go. That should be fun. Oh, really, hamsters? It's a never-ending situation, hamsters. We're still to this day waiting for Dan's green card renewal. We applied over a year and a half ago. And you just wait and wait and wait. He's got like a paper extension letter from them for it. He's even applied for citizenship now, and we're still waiting for his extended green card. He's probably going to be able, what happens to a lot of people in this situation, it's very common, like they take so long to get the green card renewals. It like literally is years long process. Like his first green card lasted 2 years. It's probably going to take over 2 years to get the 10-year green card. So instead he has like an expired physical card and then a paper being like, actually we're extending it, so sorry. Because even to get like a new, like if you lost your card, dear God, you're going to be in a multi-year long process to get the card back. It's a disaster. Like the government is horrible about this and it's just getting worse. But he has to have his extended green card to get his citizenship, but you can apply for it before you get it. So he's probably going to end up having like a weird dual interview where they're going to, probably in like a year, call him in and then have him like do his green card interview and then also his citizenship test interview on the same day. That happens to a lot of people. So they'll like quickly do the first one and then be like, okay, that's done. Now we'll do your citizenship thing. Like, anyway. He has a second extension letter now too because of the citizenship application. So they've extended his, I think it's like an extra 9 months or something because of the, I could be wrong, I don't remember exactly, but he has 2 extension letters now on the green card. So, yeah, that's the thing, right, Miss Sickles? To the fact that it could take you 2 years to get a replacement, but you have to always carry the card with you at all times. But if you lose it or anything happens to it, like imagine your wallet gets stolen with your green card in it. And it's like, well, too bad. It's a 2-year process to get it back. Completely out of your control, but you have to always carry it with you. Like, anyway, this country is just a disaster in so many ways. To be an immigrant in America is a nightmare. Okay. Let's start building, shall we? Let's begin. I don't really know if I want, this is the thing, right? Do we want the whole place to be floating or just like, or just part of it? Because I feel like it might be kind of cool if the whole thing is floating and there's nothing on the ground. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe we start it kind of low to the ground then. Right? Okay, we'll try and put some landscaping underneath that. That'll be kind of cool. Okay. Here we go. I thought I saw a cat, but I imagined it. Oh boy. Okay. This one will be floaty. Upstairs again, more floating. Do a garden under it so it's like a greenhouse. Oh, that could be kind of cool. We probably want to have like some level of like, I don't know, kind of random sizes to it all, you know? Isn't that kind of fun? Is there gonna be any like actual house part or should it all be outside? Like, will there be any sort of actual roof or? And where does that part go? Like, where are we gonna put the actual roof part? Cause, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Mary, thank you for the gifted subs. That is very generous of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I guess it could be on the top level. There could be like, oh, we can't put it up there. This part could be a house section. Doesn't it feel kind of like blocks must always have a sim height gap? Oh, that's too, okay. Well, so what I'm wondering is if we put it on the ground level, that's got like some height to it. Blocks must always have a sim height. Okay, I can't raise it up anymore. It has to be this way. Yeah, this one is a little bit too low. I don't really want them to walk underneath it. I want this to be like landscaping underneath it. This is low on purpose. This like ground level. I want it to be only very slightly floating and have lots of plants. We're gonna play veggie tomorrow, Jocelyn. I'm gonna build the veggie house tomorrow. And maybe finish it on Saturday if I don't finish it tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll do gameplay on Saturday. It kind of just depends on how long it takes us to build the new house. Maybe there could be a really small section of covered house, but not much. And it could be on the ground floor. It's just because if there's a baby, this is the problem that I experienced with our last house, is that like we had a baby and you can't like carry it around up here. That like a dog can't get up there. So it might be nice to have like some slight part that is on the ground, you know? That way if people need to come in. And then you can have a front door that like the guests can come up to and stuff. And we're gonna try and finish the build cup. So here's the thing, the question is, didn't we already build a house? Yes, the plan is to finish building it. However, I might bulldoze it. I don't know how tomorrow's gonna go. So we just have to go into it with an open mind, because I don't know. I don't know. Anything could happen, really. I wish that I could have this one be... Oh, good. So that one's not touching it, so it can be like a little bit higher up even. Does that mean if I scoot you further forward, I can put you a little bit higher up? Oh, good. Good, good, good. I kind of want that one to be there. I think I like it like that. I wish that I could use this. Maybe I could put it on a medium wall height one. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Is it possible to do a waterfall? I mean, you could maybe try to do something like that. Yeah, I can't really put it on this. I wish I could use this at the base. You could maybe try and use some of the debug stuff to do something like that, but I don't know how it would work. No, I'm not gonna be live again later, Sammy. I'm gonna be busy later, so I can't. This is why I'm streaming now, because I got plans later. I booked that before I ended up going to Seattle for the past couple days. So I'm sorry, but I won't be able to be live later. I'm streaming this weekend though, all weekend, even on Sunday, which I don't normally do, so. Okay, maybe you should have been a little bit lower. Maybe I could try and put, blocks must always have a sim height gap. That's so strange. Let's just try that. Maybe this one should be a little bit larger too. We can have like a base level that's pretty big. And then... Okay. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's so weird. Okay, let's paint some ceilings under there. That helps too. Okay, that's also cheap for some money. Maybe a basement instead of a ground floor. I mean, we could do something like that. So it looks like it's completely floating from the outside. We'd have to have a staircase into the basement though. That's important. Because the key is to make sure that like dogs and stuff can get into it. But it could be done. I know it was so hot in Seattle, Kimba. Look, I will not complain about that though, because I know that you all have terrible weather all the time, so I'm glad that it got to be nice and warm for you. However, I do feel a little bit like I brought the heat with me. Like here I go to Seattle and it's 90 degrees outside. Like, but it was really hot outside there, yeah. It's kind of funny. Florida girl brought the heat wave with her. Maybe you should go away too. There could be like a little bit of a base to it, and then this is the inner part of it all. That's the thing, you guys don't have any air conditioning over there, so you don't want it to be 90 degrees. So for that, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Maybe we can get some rocks. These are the rocks from the event. I wonder if I could put them like Looks terrible. There's debug rocks from like Island Living that are probably better. Oh, I have the objects on already. bb.show hidden objects. Show live edit objects. It's like walls of rock that we can try. Did I say Island Living a second ago? I think so. Island Living. Yeah, I'm gonna post the event video tomorrow. I recorded the rest of it today, but I'm gonna post the like finished event stuff tomorrow. Okay, Mossy Rock. I don't really think I want that one. I wonder if we could try something like this. Because that covers the wall pretty well. And then we can put like loads of plants in there. Yeah, Tilly, it does. It has a really weird, like you said, a really weird and like kind of abrupt ending. I don't really understand why they do this, but every event so far has kind of just like ended. Like it just sort of stops. And then you're kind of like, oh, that's it? Like I thought there was gonna be more of like a story wrap up but no, it just kind of is like, oh, it's over. Like, I don't really get it. Yeah, you don't even turn into a plant sim. It was pretty strange, the event this time. I don't really know why they do that. I feel like it needs to have some kind of story arc, but instead it's just kind of like, do this thing that are all vaguely outside related. Oh, it's over. And they try to have a story arc by being like, oh yeah, you're one with the nature, but it's not really a story arc, so it's just weird. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any sort of wrap up to it all. You have until August 5th to finish it, Morg, so you've got a bunch of time still if you haven't played it yet. Let's raise that up a little bit more. Play the game, but outside. Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. There's like the illusion of lore and storytelling. That's a great way of putting it too. The illusion of lore. You think there will be, but then there's not. Yeah, you only had, so they, at the end, it's not really a spoiler because there's nothing really to spoil, so I'm gonna say it anyway. But at the end, they have you like start working on plant sim stuff. They're like, oh yeah, grab a couple of these things. Like the plant sim thingies and the plant sim stump. But you don't even have to do all of it. You just have to get like 2. So you're having me like just randomly throwing on this like couple bits of plant sim stuff at the very end of it all. Instead of like, why didn't you have me work on plant sim stuff the entire time then? Because that would have been cool. Like, if the event was to become a plant sim, that would have been like a fun thing for us to try. But instead, it was like, it gave you like a mini tip, like, if you want to finish it, here's how you could start. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what it is, Lex, is they can't decide how hard they want to lean into the theme. So it's like they want you to be able to do the event any save, so they aren't going to try and force you to become a plant sim, because then, like, maybe you don't want to be a plant sim in like, you know, all of your saves or whatever. And so they don't force you into it. They, like, give you the option to do it. But in the end, I feel like that just makes it feel kind of weird and unfinished. So I don't know. I understand that that's their intention, and I think that makes sense, honestly, but I just don't know if that's like what the events should be. I think that maybe they need to lean into it a little bit more, or like figure out how hard they want to lean into it. They need to find more of a plan with the event stuff. I think they're just still finding their footing in general. They're still pretty new. We've only done a couple of them. And they've been changing stuff a lot with them every time, so I think they're just kind of trying to figure out how they want them to be. Plant sims are temporary though? Well, okay, the thing is, plant sims are temporary, yeah, but if like I turned into a plant sim without realizing it in my legacy challenge, unfortunately I would be mad. Like if I was maybe like a new player, I've never heard of a plant sim, I'm playing in my like beloved main save, I've got this like main sim, and then I become a plant sim, I'd be like, wait, I got what, 5 days left of this, of being green and ugly? Like I would have been upset if that happened to me in my legacy save, so, you know, I understand that. Like imagine your sim just really being green one day, and like there's no incentive to play the whole event with the same sim. Like you could do the event in multiple saves if you wanted to, and so like you could have started with one sim and then not finished it with that sim, and then like what sim ends up becoming the plant sim, like it just, I don't know. So I get it, but it is kind of weird. They could have just like given you the forbidden fruit and then been like, if you want to be a plant sim, you can. Yeah, and it also shows people that magic stump, which they might not have ever seen before. So I guess that's a good thing too, because magic stump's kind of a weird item that a lot of people have no clue how to be a plant sim. But it's, oh, I don't like that. Oh, that's way too deep. Oh my gosh. This when they did free packs, like backyard stuff. Oh, that was a nice time. The couple free packs we've gotten in the past have been pretty cool, huh? If only they'd do it again. Yeah, that's true. The events have been pretty, your word is instructional without being too tutorial-like, and I think that's also a nice thing for them. I think that's a good goal to have with the events, because not everybody who's playing these events plays The Sims that much, you know? So this is a nice way for them to learn a lot of cool things about the game, and I appreciate that too. Okay, that's a good amount of grassy stuff. I like that so far. This is gonna be a lot of just like layering and layering and layering and layering of things. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try the new rocks. That could be kind of fun. Well, they're a little pointy, huh? Always seems cooler until you actually try and place it down, huh? And then you start putting it and you're like, oh. Kind of strange, huh? No, this will be okay. I like them. I think that maybe it's a little bit too pointy, but that's okay. It can be pointy. I won't complain. Get loads of plants over here. Yeah, they're from the event, yeah. Well, I also thought that based on like the event UI, I thought that the rocks were like attached to each other, like a set of 3. And then when I unlocked them and learned it was 3 separate, I liked them a lot better. Because I was nervous about them being a set of 3 because it's a little bit harder to use them like that. It's nice to have, but if they're all 3 separate, I can put them in a set of 3, or I can use them one at a time. And so my preference is to have them be separate, you know? So I was glad that they weren't stuck to each other. Might play through just for the rocks. You should. Well, it also has that outhouse that you can woohoo in. And honestly, I like the outhouse. Like, I think that's a nice thing to have. This is a flop version of it. Oh, I didn't even notice that. So that's like if you fail at making it, huh? And then this is the regular one. So I guess there's kind of 2 of them. But you can woohoo in it, you can pee in it. It's cool. Yeah, you can woohoo in the outhouse. So like that alone, I'm serious, that item alone is like enough reason to play with the event. It's gonna be cool to have. The woohoo itself looks very, it's like the same animation as the closet woohoo, but it's really nice to have it. So I think you should play it. You know, my whole family and I just watched Shrek again the other day, or I guess it was like a couple weeks ago. We spent like literally all day, honestly like 12 hours or something, trying to finish all of the letters from my St. Jude fundraiser to like send out the thank you notes to people. And so we watched all of the Shrek movies. We had them on the TV all day. So if you got a card in the mail from me in the last couple of weeks, just know that I was watching Shrek when I stuffed that card. Peak cinema, yeah. But we watched all of them. It was fun. I haven't watched all the Shrek movies in a while. I've seen the like original Shrek more recently, but I haven't watched all of them in a while, so. I used to be like obsessed with Shrek. We didn't have very many DVDs, but one of the ones that we had was Shrek, and so I used to watch that thing on repeat when I was a kid. I could like recite the entire script of the Shrek movie back then. I can't really do that as well anymore, but I could back then. I could still do parts of it though, because I was trying. Let's put some ducks. You played that with Ice Age on DVD as a kid? Oh my gosh. I haven't seen Ice Age in so long. That's fun. Shrek 2 is on another level. Yeah, I like Shrek 2 as well. We should do a Shrek build. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I wrote it down. I'll do it. I will do it. Don't even worry about that. I think I like how that pond looks. Here's what it looks like so far from above. Okay, and you can't really see the staircase, which is what I wanted. I don't want to be able to see the staircase that well from outside. I want this all to like really blend in. That's perfect. Let's get some more landscaping. Oh, really, Tilly? You know what I used to when I was a really little kid? I had the VHS of The Little Mermaid, and I watched that thing over and over. That's like some of my earliest memories, was watching that VHS of Little Mermaid over and over and over and over again. And you know what? Kids still do that, but now they got Disney Plus, so they can watch Frozen over and over on Disney Plus instead. Back in my day, we had it on VHS. But I was obsessed with The Little Mermaid back then. It's still good. Here's this Mulan. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. We just watched, I've seen the live action Little Mermaid a few times now, but we just watched it because for my wedding, we bought a projector and a projector screen so we could have, because we had like a, believe it or not, a Super Bowl party at my wedding, which I didn't expect my life to ever turn out that way. I don't even care about football at all in the slightest, but we booked the wedding the weekend of the Super Bowl by accident, and then people were in town, so we're like, if you want to come to my parents' house and watch it, we can, it's fine. So we had a Super Bowl party at my wedding, and we bought a projector screen so we could watch it on the patio. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? But we just used it on my parents' patio again to watch the live action Little Mermaid like a week or two ago. That was pretty fun. Brought the screen back out. Watch Little Mermaid together. Okay, I like how that looks. It's nice and blended in. I'm gonna get some ivy on the walls too. You know what? I might do that, because then I can have another window. I just sort of feel like this needs another window. I don't know. What's gonna be downstairs? Oh, the downstairs is gonna be like the bathroom, and oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Yeah, downstairs we wanna have basically like a full functional house, with space for in case you have a baby or like a dog, because they can't get up onto the platforms. So most of the things that the fairy will use is going to be up there, but I want to have some indoor space that is accessible to other types of Sims, just in case. Because I don't want you to end up having like no ability to have a child or a pet in this house, you know, that would be sad. So that's what we're doing. Making sure we got room like that. You're obsessed with Princess Diaries? That's so funny you say that. I just read Princess Diaries. I never read the book. My whole life, I never read the book. And I just read it like a week and a half ago. I thought it was very interesting. There were a lot of things about it that I did not know. Like, for example, the book is set in New York, which, and the book is like very New York. It's like very important to the plot that it's in New York. It is not in New York in the movie. So I was like, we're in New York? Like, the movie is so different in so many ways, which was kind of interesting to go back and like see, you know? Yeah, the movie is like very San Francisco, exactly. So that it was very interesting. I didn't know that it was set differently, but yeah, it was a nice read. It was written a long time ago, so just keep that in mind. Just have that in the back of your mind if you go to read it. Can you be yellow? Oh yeah, that's really good. Okay, let's try that. That blends in pretty well. Okay. Oh, I wish I could have had those over here, but it's not really gonna work as well in this space. We can put some plants though. No. Oh, maybe like you. Could you be like red and then I could size you up? Okay. Yeah, we can put this in a couple of places back there too, because it's a little bit taller. Yeah, the grandmother in the Princess Diaries books is so different than in the movie. Like, in the movie, I mean, she is so Julie Andrews. In the book, it's so different. Like, I was fascinated by it. Oh yeah, I just read the Ella Enchanted book a couple months ago too, Cub. I was obsessed with that movie as a kid, and I read the book again for the first time in a long time, like back in May. And that was fun to read. So yeah, the grandmother is a nightmare. Exactly. It was very interesting. And it was a quick read. The audio book of Princess Diaries is narrated by Anne Hathaway as well. So if you wanted to listen to it, it's on Spotify. And it's like 6 hours. So it's a short one. So if you have Spotify, probably listen to it for free if you wanted to. Just out of a curiosity, like, but I thought it was fun to go back and read it, so. I think I want to get some more bushes. I don't really want that one. Maybe I'll look at some of the debug stuff. Oh, that's the thing. There's the Princess Diaries books. There's also like 1 million of them, which I didn't know that until I read it like 2 weeks ago. I was very, very interested to discover how many books there are. Maybe we should try and do it like, maybe I should have used the purple instead. We could do like purple and yellow. Oh, that looks really pretty, actually. What color should you be? That one's okay. Oh no, I haven't saved yet a single time. Hey, thanks for pointing that out. The purple is my favorite out of all the swatches of that new thing. I think it is the best one. Name is pronounced Cuddle. Oh, see, I didn't even look at your full username. Thanks for telling me. Just for the record, sometimes you'll find this experience with a lot of Twitch streamers probably. We have a tendency to read the first word that stands out from your name. So sometimes, like, this is a case of the Gale Lemonade. Their name was Gay Lemonade, I read it as Gale. So, I don't know why. My brain just saw the name Gale, and I was like, Gale, that's what we're going with. And that wasn't their name, so. Anyway, bear with me. I'm sorry if I ever call you the wrong thing. I really, like, sincerely don't mean to, but it happens. Oh, I love that. I think that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put one of those like size down and kind of under there too. I called you Christine once, did I, Tilly? That's bad. I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna use the gnome. I call you Nico instead of Nicole. Oh, see, I didn't know. That's my, I'm seeing this for the first time. That makes sense. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh God. So embarrassing. Nah, it doesn't really fit. Maybe I could put it right here though. Let's do it in the purple swatch. Pretty, okay. And if we have enough landscaping around the top of it, it'll help to hide the staircase, which is what I want. I don't want you to know that there's a stairs down there. Maybe I'll use these werewolves ones. Okay. There's that. And then maybe, well, should I do like 4 of them? No, I don't like that. Maybe I'll just put like a handful of different ones kind of around. I like the idea of them, there being like a couple little garden spaces, you know? And some little like regular size planter boxes too. Because we can get them in some different shapes. We'll kind of space them around out here. I don't really like those. I'll just put those 2 there. Got these things growing all in like shade. A streamer you watch just calls you Sims. See, that's interesting because like, I feel like I don't usually pull out the second half of a username. I usually pull out the first part. Like if I was gonna call you something weird, Ollie, I think I'd probably call you X before I called you Sims. Like I think I would usually just pull like the first part, you know? You got called 525 once, did you? Oh, I've been called some funny things. I've been called Lil Slimy. Smimmy, Mimsy, Little Sim, like I've been called all kinds of things, like I understand. I actually, unironically, really like Lil Slimy. Like, that is so funny. Lil Slimy? That's so good. Like, I call me that instead, please. I might rebrand. Like, I think that's hilarious. It's a good one. Okay, Enchanted by Nature. Let's see if we can get some more of the trees out here. Hard pivot to a slime stream. I could be a slime creator. Do you remember when I got sponsored by slime? That was honestly one of the coolest days of my life. That was so fun. Like, how did that happen? I'm so glad that happened. Little Slimy, that was a good era. I was gonna see if I can get some of the trees from the debug of this pack. I think I've scrolled past it. Slime sponsors, are you listening? Any slime companies out there? I'm open. I'm ready to get back into the slime market. I can't find the trees. I'm talking about slime. I can't see them. There it is. That was so embarrassing. I'm like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Let's put you like right there. Another one of those over there is good. I guess maybe this one could get sized down a couple times. Oh yeah, that seems fine to me. Now we just gotta really landscape everything. You think next Sims pack is slime? Oh, honestly, I could actually see that. Like, it's like a little slime that's kind of similar to the, like the, what's it called? The lump of clay in the base game. But it's like a little slime, and your sim can play with slime. It would be the same animation as the clay. So I could see them adding slime. Wait, that could be kind of fun. Okay, I'm just getting like so many of these bushes added in. And then they make slime and sell it on the merch store at the same time. That could be kind of something. Okay, we just gotta get this downstairs level full of enough stuff, and then we can start working on the like upper. So these are gonna have, what I'm thinking we'll do, and this is gonna be kind of weird, okay? But what I'm thinking I might do is have like a fake bathroom up here on this top level, and then we'll have like an outdoor bed and place to sleep on that level. Like I basically just want to have everything for the house, like maybe like a little fire pit and some couches. Like I want to have all the things that you might need for a fairy sim, but floated instead. I might also use an outhouse. I'm feeling like a little bit inspired by this, so I might just put one. This is from the event, so it's my first time using it, really. In case you got guests, they're gonna need to use the bathroom. Okay, I was gonna look at debug from Get Together. Are they gonna get rained on? Oh, they sure will. It'll be fun, right? Yeah, what if, okay, the slime could be like sparkly and green or something. No, I'm thinking about this too much. I'm actually kind of into the idea of slime. I think that they should do slime. If the Sims team is listening, I think you should do slime. We're not even joking. The people want slime now. Mother plant themed slime, oh my God. Wait. That's a kit you'd buy immediately. Slime? The people want a slime kit? Wait, it's a new collection. No, wait, it's an in-game collection. There's like 10 different slimes. And you have to collect all 10 of them. And you get a slime plaque when it's done. Wow. I think we're onto something. I actually kind of think that's funny. It's like so silly that it's funny, you know? You can trade slime, like with the Voyeur Critter cards. This could be good. I'm gonna get a few of these little guys. Okay, cool. That's like really floating. Don't want it to do that. You can put it over here though. Sure, sure, sure. Probably can't do it over this way. I could get another one in the way back though. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Sorry. We can do some of the mushrooms from the cottage living debug. Combine slimes for different colors like breeding frogs. That could be really fun. Okay. Let me put a few of these little guys. I just like how it looks like a lily pad, but it's floating. It's very magical. It's kind of fun. Maybe size it down again. Maybe you could go over here. Another one could be back here. There's always so much more landscaping on these things than you think there will be. Like, you think you're almost done and then, whoops, there's 10 more. Yeah, I think the frog breeding is fun in The Sims 4. I agree. They kind of did it again with the axolotl stuff. They could do it again. Oh no. Oh. You're so big that it's clipping. Well, I guess it could clip like right there because I could put plants there so you wouldn't be able to see it. So that's actually okay. Let's put some flooring. Cool. I'm gonna make that one bigger. I just feel like I'm gonna want some more space so I can have some plants and houses and stuff. Okay. What's next? I think I was using this before, so I could put some of those. And we could like space it around. And then I'll get some of those little yellow ones too. Yeah, I think so too. Rosie said they wish that they had more storage solutions for the collections, like sort of how the Element collection has that thing. Granted, the Element collection thing is kind of glitchy sometimes, but it is nice to be able to properly store the collection stuff and have like a decorative display for it, you know? The werewolves one has a nice thing too. So I would like to have more like that, like something more dedicated for more of the collections, especially when they give us new collections in the new packs. Like, wouldn't it have been fun if they gave us like some kind of, we have a display case for the apothecary stuff and like it's a storage box, but you can't see the apothecary ingredients on it, and it'd be kind of cool if you could. Oh, the werewolf one is a shelf. It fits the stuff from werewolves perfectly. Are you not in surfaces? No, I didn't just lie. It's this, the Moonwood Relic display. Maybe it's in storage. But yeah, it has like a thing for the flower, so you can put the werewolf stuff on there. Yeah, and there's like a potion cabinet from Realm of Magic, but it only has a couple of slots, so it just would be nice to have some more storage options like that. Okay. Yeah, the werewolves one is really big. Maybe it's a scale problem. That's why they don't do it very often, because the scale would have to be really large. I don't know. They do struggle with like the slotting of stuff, because the way that slotting works in this game, I'll show you on the cubby from my kit. There's like a couple different sizes of objects that are like slottable. So there's a couple different, where are you? There's a couple different things that have different size slots. Like this thing, it has medium and small slotting on there, right? And we chose to do that on purpose. The problem is some of the medium slot objects are taller than others. So when you look at like this thing, right? That's a medium slot. This shows you where the medium slots are on this item. So there's some medium slots that are pretty big and some that are like pretty small, like bookshelves and stuff. Like I think this is medium slot too, yeah. So this is a medium slot, that fits perfectly. This is a medium slot, but it's too tall. So when that kind of thing happens, they like really chicken out of putting medium slots within things that have height because it might clip. Most of them don't. Only some of them are too tall. And they asked me, they were like, is it okay if we let medium things slot here and have a couple of them be too big? Or should we not let any medium thing slot here? And I was like, no, we should allow medium slots in a couple spaces because if it's clipping, I just won't use it. But otherwise, you couldn't use this because this is medium slot too. So it's just nice to be able to have some of the medium slots and have to like find ones that work. But I think that's why they're kind of weird about the slots on things because they like chicken out and get scared about that. Does that make sense? But I would, to me, and I don't know if this is like a universal feeling, I would rather it clip sometimes and me just not use the things that clip versus nothing slot there. Like my preference is to be able to slot things of my choice and just, if something looks weird, just not use it, you know? And like you could size it down, like there are ways around it. So that's why I said that they should like leave a couple of the medium slots, even if that could happen. Cause it's like gives you more option for what you're decorating with. And I would rather have options when I'm building, usually. Okay, let's raise this up. Another one. Yeah, and if you're putting clutter on a shelf, like most of the things really, like the clipping is very not noticeable because the shelf is usually pretty low down anyway. Like it's not really a big deal most of the time, so. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, if they made a way to filter clutter by slot size or something, that would be actually really helpful. Because right now, it just ends up causing a lot of frustration when you're like digging through clutter options in game, and it's like, oh, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. That won't fit. That won't fit. It's like when you're trying to decorate, you're like constantly looking for things to use, and it's like constantly not fitting on shelves. So if there is a way to see it based on slot size, that actually would be helpful. They really need to just add more filters in the game. Like we just need more options for filtering in general, I think. But because there's some things that look really small that aren't considered small. Like there's stuff that you would think would be a small slot size and it's actually medium. And that causes frustration too. I don't really know why that happens or like how they, I don't know how it works in that sense. I know very little. I know a couple things, but I don't know everything. So, yeah, they could probably use some sort of like catalog overhaul, slot change, UI overhaul, like, yeah, and the build by is kind of hard to navigate at this point because there's so much stuff, so. What I really want is a better way to filter by packs. I want a search button in here. I wish there was like a little search right underneath it at the top and I could just start typing the name of a pack to filter faster by packs. That's my true dream. I want it so bad. Miss separate colors for expansion packs. I know. I think about that a lot. I like when the expansion packs had a little different color themed icon. Now they're all the same. They do different colors for kits, but they don't do that in game, just on the branding. In my heart, cats and dogs will always be red. No, seriously, those were the days. Well, T, we have like the floating parts up there. All I've done so far is put landscaping in on the ground. I haven't started decorating the floating part yet. We've been doing a lot of landscaping instead, but I'm gonna start landscaping the floating part any second because I'm just about done with this now. that's kind of fun. Okay, actually right now. As we speak, I just finished it. Yeah, there's so many packs now that if it was different colors, it'd be kind of a lot. They just honestly, like, give me a search button. It would be so much easier if we had a search button. That is my main wish. Oh, I kind of, wait, hold on. I know I just said I was done, but. Can I put that over here? Maybe I'll get rid of this one and put it like in the corner. Because I like how that log looks. I think that's cool. I'm looking for the little Enchanted by Nature bush, but I'm doing bad about finding it. Well, this is a search button for build mode, not a search for the filters, Katie. I want to be able to search the filters. Because there's so many packs now that when you're trying to filter by packs, you have to scroll. I want to search the pack filters. I mean, searching any filter would be helpful, honestly. But I want a search button there. I feel like with the pack filters, oh, I'm gonna use this. Because there are so many packs now, and there's so much content, I feel like I use the pack filter as a primary way to navigate the build menu a lot of the times. Because I'll be like using that search button to find a certain item, because I know that it's like a chair from Get Together, and so I'm searching through that way. And so it would be really helpful to me to be able to like start typing get. Well, I don't get 3 packs, but you know what I mean. Like I want to be able to filter that way faster. And like if you could hide the packs that you don't own, that'd be nice. Instead, they just taunt you with them. I have to go back. I want that thing again. After I just got done closing out of this. Okay. One of these is gonna have to be a bedroom. I don't really know which one. They're all kind of small. Maybe you could be a bedroom. I'll make it a little bigger. That will work. Okay, just a couple little plants in a couple little places. Sure. Size you down. Maybe I'll do it down here too. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the bed on this level. The fairies don't really need a bed, but I'm gonna give them one because I think that's fun, so. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Oh, wow, okay. Oh my gosh. Let's put it like right there. Isn't that cool? I guess I'll leave it with the purple. Yeah, the bed is just so pretty. Like, why wouldn't I use it up here? Am I gonna put, like, a dresser outside? I think I am. I can have the mushroom mirror, too. I guess we could use the clothing rack instead. It's more fun to have the dresser, isn't it? No, they're not gonna have a ceiling on purpose. It is intentional. This tree-shaped bookshelf has so much potential for the top floor. This could be like our living room. I like it. I think that's so cool. How does it look from the... Oh, you can't even see. This doesn't matter. Okay, I am looking for, oh, here's the fairy mailbox. I guess I'll put that over here. What do the backs look like? I think it's pretty flat on the back of the bookshelf, but it's not that bad. Actually, it isn't that bad at all. It's pretty rounded, so it's fine. And there'll be plants in there, so. We're gonna do it tomorrow, Loaf. I'm gonna build tomorrow for the new veggie house, and then we're gonna play on Saturday. So very soon. Okay. That's cute. We could have the clothing rack, like, what color are you? Are those the same color? Oh my. The clothing rack could be right here. Storage? Where is the clothing rack? I have the clothes, I want the rack. Nature's frame dresser. See, and like, why isn't that in the dresser category? Makes it very annoying when you're trying to find it. Realm of Magic Debug has rocks that are designed to go under floating islands. We could look at them. That's a good point. Realm of Magic. Yeah, they have some like pretty big ones. Is it this? Oh my god. Okay, that's like the smallest it could be sized down. So that one's not gonna work. There are two of them. I think they're too big. I don't think that's gonna work. We'll cover it with plants outside though. I'll put plants hanging down from it. I'd rather do plants than rocks. And I'm okay if it looks like it's, I mean, it's supposed to be like magically floating, you know, it doesn't need to be supported by anything or anything like that. Okay. Let's make sure we get some more debug stuff. I'm actually gonna look at some of the Enchanted by Nature mushrooms. I wanna do these in purple. Maybe I'll put you over there. It doesn't wanna be rotated really, but that's okay. We will hide them. Oh no, I might have to put some more of those down at the base. I like that a little bit too much, so I might need to get some more of them. Because that looks really cute. Those are the shelves, believe it or not. Yeah, imagine if we had like a couple of the shelves just placed in there. This is gonna be, I mean, they're gonna try and slot things on there, aren't they? That could be bad. That's okay. All right. Try that. Fairy lights? Yeah, we'll try to get some fairy lights. When I did this last time, the fairy lights that I tried to like have hanging from it didn't quite look how I wanted it to. So the hanging was kind of a problem, but might be able to pull it off a little bit better without it hanging, so. Just have it be like on there somehow instead of hanging. Mushrooms grown from the floating area. Yeah, we can put some like going out the sides. I want to try and get the furniture done first and then add to the sides of these floating areas before, because I feel like right now I'm getting a little bit carried away. So let's make sure we get the furniture added in before we end up furnitureless, you know? Maybe try trees or beams. What, to support them? We want it to be floating on purpose. Like, I want it to look like a fairy used some magic powers to make the trees float. So I don't really want to put like a beam or like a support structure under it. Obviously that's more realistic, but we're not really going for realism. We're going for like floating fairy house, you know? So I wasn't gonna do that on this house. It's like magic is what we're trying to have be the supports of this all. No, they have to fly up there. There's no stairs. If they want to come up, they have to do like the instantly fly thing. It's a little bit annoying for gameplay. I speak from experience because I've been playing in a house like this. It is a little bit annoying because you have to click instantly fly every time you want to come around. They won't do it. Like if you just click go here, they won't do it. You have to click instantly fly here. But it's worth it because it's so cool. It's like seriously so cool that it's floating. So we just commit to it. And we deal with it being a little bit annoying just for the sake of it being cool. I will float if I have to deal with other things. That's fine. Let's see. Put this here. Now I can show you how they get there real quick. Literally, you guys, you just click instantly fly here. See? But if you want to sleep, they'll say, "Oh, I can't get there." So then you have to click instantly fly here. So you have to kind of manually move them around, but the fairies can get around. The fairies can go anywhere like that. That's no big deal for them. You just got to be prepared for that, I guess. It will be a little bit of manual work for you. No, they can't just fly there. It has to be instantly fly. Because instantly fly is the equivalent of teleporting. So if you just like click go here, they won't do it. You have to instantly fly there. But again, I sort of feel like these are the sacrifices we're willing to make for the sake of it being cool. I don't know. We built something kind of like this, Scandy, but it wasn't all the way floating like this one is. We only had the one floating level and then we added a second one. But it wasn't like a full-on floating house like this is. So we wanted to take that idea and like expand upon it today. That's why we're doing this right now. But yeah, I did have something similar to this in the gameplay that I was doing. We are playing in a similar-ish floating house. That was like a test run, I guess, in a way. Scoop that back. Okay. Oh, I love the purple and the yellow together. It's pretty fun. I think I'm gonna try and put a tree right here. I don't know. I feel like that might be kind of cool. If we had a couple little floating trees. We have those, so I want to be able to use it. Let me save again. I haven't saved in too long. We gotta be careful with that. There is a new collection in this pack, yeah, but it's the collection is like ingredients for the apothecary skill. So you can find them pretty easily by foraging. It's a mixture of some emotion potions and then like moss, small critter bones, you know. Some stuff like that. Let's make sure we get all of the mushroom shelves in our little floating places. That's so fun! This one needs a couple of them too. Oh, you already have one there. Maybe one more over here. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put a chair, I think, in this corner. Let's use some more Enchanted by Nature stuff. I might even use like this one because it looks like it belongs outside. I don't know. So we can have it in the corner of the room. Then what if we got... I'm kind of wondering about having some houseplants. But we could do like actual plants that you can plant and then have a house plant right there. Maybe she could have a couple, like, I don't know, the sim could have a couple of flowers. Maybe we don't do that and we do like So there could be like a lily and a rose, and we have like the flowers on this level. Could there be a bench at the end of your bed? I know there's a bench from the pack. Not this one. This is werewolves, but this one is kind of cute, I must say. I wonder if I could use this downstairs somewhere. Well, let's try that. Oh, that is floating. Okay, never mind. Don't put it there. Maybe it could be over here. So they could sit on the ground level. Yeah, we're gonna put plants dripping off the edges. Don't worry. I'm just trying to get the furniture added in first before I get too carried away. I don't want that there. I want to get the furniture added in first before we get too carried away with the like decorating of the outside, because I want to make sure that we can have a place that like has all the functional necessary items. You know, we want to get the house ready and then we can add in some extra fun stuff. So that's good. Did I say this was gonna be the living room? I think I did. So let's get like, do we want a fire pit? I think that could be cool. No, there's not gonna be a roof, Mary. It's roofless on purpose. I know some people don't like that, but that was an intentional decision, was to not put a roof on purpose. We liked the vision of that. No, the fairies can't bring regular Sims up here. They'd have to get teleported to come up here if you want to have a human up here. Maybe we should just do like the two of those next to each other. And we try and have that look like it's a place to sit. We could get a little side table. But yeah, this is a house like for fairies specifically. It's obviously very impractical. You know, like we are building it knowing that it's impractical, just because it's kind of fun. But obviously, like, it's not a very realistic thing to use, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to do that and for it to be like funky and whimsical. Oh my gosh, it's being so annoying. Okay. I do like how that looks. Aesthetic over functionality. And it is functional. It's just, you kind of have to be prepared to be like a little bit more manual about the controls of it than maybe you would in a normal build. So like it'll still work, but you just gotta be kind of aware that you're gonna be in charge of a lot of stuff. Enchanted by Nature. That was facing the wrong way. I would love to have a little chess table up there. I think that would be so nice. So that's chests for our living room. We have bookshelves in the living room, some seats in the living room. Do I dare put another tree up here? I think I like that. Maybe I'll get a couple more debug plants and add those in. Yeah, I mean, a human that has the high wellness skill could teleport around. That's true. A vampire could live here, though that would probably be not advisable because there's no roof they can teleport to. So you could also just shift click on the ground and teleport, like that's fine. You can use MZ Command Center to teleport Sims to you. I was looking for, gosh, I'm constantly losing that low-lying plant from the debug of this pack. There it is. So embarrassing. Can't find anything up here. Okay, try that. Try that. That's kind of cool. No, fairies do not like the vampires. The fairies like werewolves, though. So they get along pretty well with werewolves. They don't like the vampires, but they get along well with werewolves. Should I have a couple more planter boxes? I'm kind of trying to put planter boxes like everywhere across the entire build. If I can. That might be kind of nice. So we have a bedroom, we have a living room. We kind of want to have maybe like an office. Not a lot of Sims like the vampires. No, not many people do they? They like mermaids too, don't they? The spellcasters? I'm not sorry, not spellcasters, not the fairies like mermaids too. Didn't I say bathroom there? Yeah, but they don't actually need a bathroom. So I'm kind of like, they could potentially have a tub up here. They don't really have a need for a bathroom. Yeah, the mermaids, they like fairies too. Fairies like mermaids. And the fairies can help mermaids as well. Give them some water. Outhouse for guests? Oh, I have one. It's down there. The guests can't get all the way up here though, so they don't have one up here, but... I'll make sure I put a plant in that, so that'll be fine. Well, I thought about having a computer, but I guess that's not a good idea because it'll be out in the rain. The computer would break. Maybe instead we just put like one of these nature things, nature press items. Because I don't think that they should have anything else. And then later on, we can give them a computer. Maybe we could put a computer inside of the house part. Because oh, sorry, that's bad. The house has some cover to it, so they can have a computer in there, possibly. Let's give them a bookshelf on this desk. Okay, maybe scoot that over a little bit more. Sure. So we have office and bathroom, bedroom, living room. What do you think this should be? Oh, they probably want to have a fairy house somewhere. I might want to put a fairy house on like multiple of the floors. Because then if they need to be able to rest anywhere, that one doesn't need one, but this one might. Well, I guess they can bathe, so they can't rest there. There's not really space, is there? Okay, I guess maybe not. Oh, this should be the apothecary table. Oh, in hindsight, well, no, we can put like the apothecary table and then a bunch more plants on this one. And that would be fun. Maybe they could even have like some apothecary storage. Yeah, they don't really have a dining table. But, I mean, do you really need one? They're a fairy, they don't eat. Oh, this is pretty big. I can put it over there though. I think that this should still be fine. I'll have to test it though. Let's see if my fairy can walk around. Can you get over here? Yeah, okay, good. As long as they can get around, that is totally fine by me. We can also probably scoot this all in a little bit more. That gives us a little bit more room. We're doing that tomorrow, Reggie. Tomorrow. It's the big Greg Plant weekend. We're gonna build this house tomorrow and then play with the Veggie Challenge on stream on Sunday. Saturday on Sunday. Okay, a couple more planter boxes over there. Those two could be over there. So that's a good amount of plants. Greg Plant sweep. Yeah, basically. Okay. So they can do all their apothecary stuff. This is like an office. Office is a weird way of putting it. Maybe I move the dresser up there. Hold on. Let's put the dresser up here. Because this is kind of like our bathroom, right? We can keep the desk in our bedroom, which is fine because we already have this for clothes. So the dresser could go in the bathroom along with like a bunch of plants because the fairies can bathe in plants. You know? And then also use the telescope, I guess. Okay. Let's save again. We have to do the inside proper. Is there a toilet? Not up there. Fairies don't have a bladder need. So they don't have a toilet up there because it's not necessary. I did put an outhouse downstairs, but a fairy will never need to use it. And the humans can't even get up there. The humans could use this if they need to. There will be like a proper bathroom and like a proper kitchen. Maybe I'll put actually I might put the kitchen back here. Because I want to have a setup inside of the house that would be like, assuming maybe someday the sim that lives here has a baby. I want there to be like a nursery room and like space for pets because the babies can't teleport around. So this could be like a nursery room. There could be a living room in here. Well, maybe I could actually just put two, no. Let's leave it. Imagine, so much of life is spent needing to use the toilet, imagine being free. That's one way of looking at it, Tilly. Fun thought, I guess. Let's try this. I might put the apothecary cabinet over here. Yeah, we're gonna put a kitchen too, because they might need to cook for a human, so. I wanna make sure they have space to be able to do that. They'll have a dining table as well. All those sorts of things that are necessary, we will make sure we have them. It's that door that I need, okay. Very, very cool. And then the last thing we'll have to do in this house is, I'll have to see if my sim can still get in here. The last thing we'll have to do is put all of the plants instantly fly here. Can you come in? Yes, okay, good. You never know with these. Sometimes they're clipping, it doesn't work. But yeah, I want to put plants like around the floating parts, like dangling down basically. So we'll do that too. This is cool. Yeah, the doors and windows are so good from this pack. They really did a good job with it, didn't they? Okay, let's try that. Maybe I should have scooted this over just a little bit more. Because then it's not clipping as much right there. Let me get the apothecary cabinet. I'm gonna put the stove right here. Can the fridge go under here, or is it too tight? I don't know. Well, that's not so bad. It's not really, doesn't look like it's clipping, so that works. Should we do it in brown? Then we get a little sink too. Put the sink right here. We only have one cabinet for cooking. Enchanted by Nature. That is the matching color. Beautiful. I'm gonna use a little bit of Realm of Magic because they have like, I did this in my last fairy build. I thought it was so nice, like these hanging plants. Maybe I'll just put it directly above the stove. Okay. That'll work for that part. Should the dining table just be like right here? I think so. Yeah, it's a nice item, Tilly. I really like it. Okay, where am I going? Enchanted by Nature. Sure. Use that one. It can be small, maybe just like the 2 chairs or something, so it's not taking up too much space. Then they could have a fireplace down here. Maybe I'll make it even littler. No. Should I use this? I feel like I can't ever really tell like how far into the cottagey vibe I want to lean, because I don't know if this really fits with the house, but maybe it's okay. Too big. You like the ivy indoors? Yeah, I like the ivy. It's the couch that I'm not sure about. The couch, to me, it's like so fairy vibes, which is so beautiful. But it also, I think, doesn't really match a lot of the other furniture. Like, you know, you start looking at like this set, it doesn't really match as well. So then I'm like, should I even be doing this? I don't know. But it's nice, so we'll do it. Feels seashell-y? Yeah, it kind of, I understand what you mean by that. I think I agree. It's really pretty. It's just like oddly specific, I think. You know? Oh, well, that's great in clipping, so. Dang. I would have loved to have had that full shelf right there, but that does not work for me. Imagine we just extend this like way out so I can do it still. We could. How far? To like right there? Sure. I don't really mind if it's clipping visibly like this way, because there's stuff clipping over here too. Like it just, you know, it is what it is. I like how that looks. I think it's pretty. Okay. Let's get some nice lighting. Enchanted by Nature. I will put that directly above this. So pretty. Oh. Well, maybe it could just be a little bit more central in the room. Because then I can have this, and I want this. Isn't it a little bit too small then? What, in here? I don't know which part you mean specifically. I don't know if you were like, this is the trouble with lag on the stream sometimes. It's like, I don't know what you're like responding to, but I like it being small and like kind of tight in the space. I think that makes it fun, so kind of do it on purpose. Oh, I wonder if this leaf rug would have been nice anywhere. I haven't really been able to use this too much yet. Maybe we could put it underneath the bed. You know? Oh. I actually think the floor by itself looks better. Let me save again. Kind of looks like a heart. You like it? Someone else said no rug. Yeah, I don't know. Very much mixed signals. I don't know if I like it. I keep trying to use those. Like, consistently I've been trying to use those rugs, and I struggle with them a lot. I don't know why. I've really been having a hard time using the leaf rugs with the pack. There's just something like, I don't know, it's really cute for like a kid's room, I think, but I've been having a hard time finding ways that I like it when I've used it inside of the houses and stuff. Okay, that's nice. Oh, we can also put, maybe you should stay right there, because then I can do this tile around all the walls. This is gonna have to be like normal human bathroom, so you can have a baby and the baby can use it kind of space. You know, in the past, people have made fun of me for sticking the baby in the basement. Today, everybody likes it. Interesting. Today it's fun. It is a very stylish basement though. This baby is lucky. Maybe we use like some of the stuff from cottage living in here? Or should it be wooden? Maybe it should be wooden. This is the horse ranch tub. I guess we could try that. Your sim can sleep on the ground now in the treehouse? Oh, I haven't played in a treehouse since the pack came out. That's fun to know. I like that. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I am only gonna put the bathtub. If a sim wants a toilet, they have to use the outhouse upstairs. But they can have a bathtub, because a fairy can use the bathtub still. Oh, I was gonna look at horse ranch surfaces. Sure. That works for me. Let's get the mirror from Enchanted by Nature. Yeah, and in the other house that I was playing in, I had used, I mean, they could also have this toilet, I guess, if we really wanted to. Maybe I should let them have a toilet in here. I used the chamber pot toddler potty from For Rent in the other one, and I, like, had the toddlers have a toddler potty still, despite it being so tight in here. Let's get some really lovely purple accents in some of these places. Stone, stone, purpley blue color, sure, totally. Okay. Okay, we need a toilet, but that's what the outhouse is for, Garfy. That's what I mean, like they could just use the outhouse instead. But I guess that's probably bad, and I shouldn't do that. Oh, I'm actually gonna put that right there. Let's get some more of the potted plants. Maybe I'll do like one that's actually a potted plant, and then the other ones can be fake. I can have pet stuff still. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a dog bowl. Maybe a couple things for a dog, I don't know. Towels? Sure. Oh, and they slot. Oh, but at what cost? Here. Let's put that in our own position. Slots in a really weird place, doesn't it? Like, why would I want it there? The plants are not disappearing anymore, Liv, thankfully. I mean, well, I had trouble if the plant was floating, I might have it disappear, but if it was slotted to a shelf, it wouldn't disappear. Does that make sense? So the plant floating is, or the plant disappearing thing isn't really happening anymore. They fixed that before the pack even came out, like in the pre-pack patch, the one that happened like the day the pack launched. So it was only an early access bug. No one who bought the game, as far as I'm aware, has been having that problem, because I haven't had that problem since I've been playing with the full version of the game. So that's good. That's what we dream of. Enchanted by Nature. What if I put like this little guy in here? Maybe I'll size them down and I can like put a couple of them. Those are cute too. Okay. Let me do a side table somewhere. I know I have one that I could copy from up here. Back from dinner and the bunker looks great so far. Bunker is hilarious. See, I'm not sticking the baby in a basement. I'm sticking the baby in a bunker. It's better. It's better than a basement, chat. It's fine. And it has windows, so it's okay. Why do you need toilet paper? Isn't that what the leaves are for? Oh, true. Let's get rid of it. They'll just use the leaves. You make an excellent point there. Yeah. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna try and slot some things onto this. No, there isn't a computer down here. I probably should have, but I might give them a little TV. I don't know if they can have a computer down here. I guess, like, oh, that's kind of floating. I mean, everything's floating, so whatever. I was gonna say, worst case, like, you could just put a computer in your household inventory and then put it on the desk upstairs when it's time for you to use it, and then put it back and stuff, because I just am a little bit wary of putting it upstairs outside because it will break in the rain. And that makes me kind of sad. Oh. I want to be able to use you like right here. Okay. Yeah, like that. TV's gonna melt. That's okay. This would be the baby's room then. So let's get the baby stuff together. Are we doing a toddler or? I think I should do it as a toddler, right? Because then we could have, I'm thinking about like that. Oh, I gotta put some gnomes upstairs. Wait. Maybe I'll put a little gnome by the entrance. That's fun. No, I was just thinking I'd like to have this for the toddler's bed. Like, how cute would this be if we could use that? Okay. Maybe I'll put that there. I'll make sure we have like a teddy bear or something. Your parents sleep in the sky and you sleep in a bunker? You see, when you put it like that, it sounds so bad. Entitlement. Okay. I want the bunny. And I want it in purple. That's cute. What about... Oh, there's like a cute little toy. Oh, let's use the dollhouse. This child can have like the fanciest dollhouse I've ever seen in my life. I want the toy box though. Uh-oh. What if we did it like that? They can technically still get in here. Though it is a little bit tight. Yeah, I wish they had made a single bed version. It literally could have been exactly the same as this toddler bed. Just like a little bit longer as a single bed, and then we would have had a full set and everything would have been perfect. I wish. That would have been so nice. Oh, and this is gonna look weird too. Great. Is the toy box still functional if it's sized down? I actually am not 100% sure on that. The toy box, the animation is different with the toy box because the kids can like climb into it. The dollhouse, they just sit in front of it and like hold. I think it probably is functional, but there might be like a weird visual glitch with it if you size it down. But it probably does still work. It's just like, you know, beware that it might look weird. But that's okay. Sometimes it's just fine to let things look weird, purely for the vibes. I love that. Okay, I'm not gonna give them a rug. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. No, I don't think I'm gonna have any kind of like window wells or anything cut along this space because I want to have grass up here that I can put the planters in. So I don't want to risk taking up too much room from that, you know? I think that's okay. Let's see about doing the outside. There's a few more things I want to do down here before I get too carried away. I want to get my fireflies around. And then we have to get some fireflies up high. And then we have to get all the plants hanging off the top. So we'll have to do that too. Fireflies, 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 fireflies. Okay. Oh, you know what? It would have been fun if we had... I have to cheat for money again. I wonder if we could have like a little grill and a small table outside. Just so that, I don't know, if you wanted to cook for your guests, you'd be able to. That's not too much in the way. We can do a little candle, one of the new ones from the pack. That's good. It's just for a fairy destiny. We don't have like a specific sim in mind for who might live here, just kind of like a fairy. You know? That was kind of the plan at least. Okay, this might be a real pain for us to put the plants on the roof. So, here we go. What we need to do now is basically build out walls in a lot of the space that we think we might want the plants. And then place them. And then remove the walls. Essentially. Yeah, I haven't played Planet Zoo in a long time either. I really like Planet Zoo, so I really should play it again. It's been a little bit. So when I did this last time, I did it with like a mixture of some of these from, this is from Jungle Adventure, because they're like super long and hanging. And then I got some of the plants from this pack, like the garland from here, and we tried to like float it around in between them. Oh, we should put an easel up here. That's a good point. Where could we put an easel that's not... Oh gosh. The place is like so full of stuff. But yeah, look, when the walls are gone, this is what it'll look like. Oops. Planet Zoo is trying to rival Sims 4 with DLC. Oh, I know. Planet Zoo's been releasing loads of DLC. It's kind of funny. Okay, so we want to have this be like... Okay. And just make sure we don't close it all the way. Oh. Sure. Sure, why not? Oh my god. It's hard to like place it up here. It's kind of floating weird, isn't it? That's okay though. No, this is just vibes. We don't have a budget or anything with this one. We're just building. I didn't give myself any amount of money to stick to. I thought if I did that, it might be kind of sad. Sometimes when you have like a certain sim in mind or you're trying to make like a super playable house, a budget can be fun, but this house is, I mean, it's functional, but it's not like the easiest thing to play in because you gotta do a lot of instantly flying to teleport around. So this is not the kind of house that you should do a budget for. Like, it doesn't really matter. This house is about art and the artistic vision of it all. Doesn't that look better though, once it has that stuff up there? I gotta get that. Like, them being floaty doesn't feel as weird. now that it has that. Okay, so conflicting block clusters. I'm gonna need to, oh no. The reason I want the wall is because it's really nice to be able to lower this down, but I can't. Yeah, I have the bottom of the platforms painted with grass, so it hopefully blends in a little bit better. Oh, you don't want a Planet Zoo too? Why? What's the reasoning behind said unpopular opinion? What about it is not interesting to you? Planet Coaster 2 had some really significant improvements, like in terms of quality of life improvements and stuff that I felt were like pretty justified and useful. So I can only imagine the same thing out of Planet Zoo 2. But I mean, it's one thing. I mean, people just like the first one, obviously, so it's nice to have, but... Let's try that. I'm gonna get a couple of those so it looks longer. Look how long that is. It hangs so low. That's so cool. I think I should have put some on this part. You couldn't get into Planet Zoo, really? I find Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, I find them hard for similar reasons. Like, I just find the building is, it's almost like too customizable, which is not something you should complain about. But for that reason, I find building in that game a little bit difficult. Conflicting block clusters. Oh my gosh. You go away. Oh. Okay, that placed itself in the right place. Okay, that was really hard for me to get it in the right place. Oh no. Conflicting block clusters. Okay, it can't go over there, but we can get them on the side at least. And that'll be fine. I think it's just because it's like on top of the level below, so as long as it's high enough, it's fine. Put this one so it's kind of over there. Oops. That's really high up. Okay, are you gonna just be that high up? All right. Sounds good to me. I will not complain. Okay. That is so cool. It really sells the floating thing to have the plants hanging down it. I wish we had some more plants that like were hangy like that, you know? A lot of the other stuff, it looks like it's coming up from the ground. Like, you know, these things have like roots on the ground and stuff. No, so this one is the new pack. These hanging plants are from Jungle Adventure, the other ones. Which is kind of interesting, I think. That Jungle Adventure has come through like this. It's 8 p.m. You're ready for bed? No, I was in bed at 8 p.m. I was in Seattle for 3 nights. I was in bed at 8 p.m. every single night. I was still on Eastern time. Like, I was going to bed very early. And we were waking up at like 4 in the morning because of it. But that's not a bad problem to have when you're in a new place, I guess. Get to experience more of the day. Okay, let's put this all the way around here. Oh, I had a great time in Seattle. I've always wanted to go to Seattle, so I had a lot of fun getting to see everything. And we went whale watching, which is like truly my dream. I had the time of my life. I saw orcas in real life. We saw 7 orcas and 3 humpback whales and a bald eagle. Okay. Isn't that so cool? Best day ever. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I did go to the Space Needle, yeah. I thought the Space Needle was cool. I've seen some people be like, don't bother, it's expensive and touristy, but I don't know. I think it's a bit of an experience to get to go up the Space Needle. So I enjoyed that. You can see everything too, and it was clear. So we could see the mountain, like it was awesome. This terrain paintbrush is like really having a hard time, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, touristy things are fun. I mean, it's touristy for a reason. And like, you know, it's not like I can frequent Seattle, right? Like, this is like my one shot. It's a 6-hour flight from here, you know? So it's not like I'm gonna be spending a lot of time there. So I'm gonna go into my Space Needle when I get a chance, because I want to see what it's like. And I'm glad I did it, so. It's just fun. I think any kind of like observation tower type of thing is kind of fun. And the Space Needle is cool because it's so iconic. So there's another observation deck that's downtown. I think it's actually technically taller than the Space Needle, because I was like doing all this research before I went about what to do. Some people say that one's better, but the Space Needle is like, I don't know, it's kind of cool, so. I chose that one. I went up the Space Needle. Okay. Is that all the terrain paint? Oh, I want to get a little bit under here. I missed this front part, actually. Forget how big America is. Yeah, it's, I don't know, if you haven't been, or if you're not familiar, if you're not from here, it's easy to not remember. But like, I mean, Seattle is in like the top left corner of the country. I'm in Florida in the bottom right corner. So it's like completely cross country from me. Probably one of the like longest continental domestic flights in the US. I'm sure if you flew to like Alaska, it'd be worse, but I don't know. Seattle to Orlando is pretty long. So it was cool to get to go. Okay. Nice. Let's see. Do we want to put anything else in there? Like, what else is it missing? How does it look from the gallery? I feel like this, you can't even really tell what you're looking at when you look at it from the gallery picture. Oh, we have no trash can. That's true. We probably should get one of those. Maybe I'll use the little wooden one. Like this. Well, no, maybe I'll use the one from Outdoor Retreat. The stone one. We put the stone trash can kind of... Oh, I didn't put my dog stuff either. We have to get some more outdoor lighting still as well. But, yeah, that's fine like that. I was planning on putting some dog stuff. Maybe I'll put a thermostat. Okay, pet stuff. I always want to use this dog bowl and then I don't like the colors of it. Maybe I will just get over it and use it right there. Should I put the dog's toys right here? I think the dog needs toys. What about, they can have a hamburger and a mouse? Sure. We LDR people can handle a long flight, right? Like, what's 6 hours? I used to fly 9 to see Dan. 6 is nothing. It actually wasn't that bad. The flight home was worse because it was kind of turbulent. The flight there was fine. It was really okay. I think just generally speaking, the flight to a place usually feels easier because you have like the excitement driving you. And then when you're coming home, it's like, it always just is worse. Like even if it's a shorter flight, like it's just worse because you're coming home, you know? But yeah, it was kind of turbulent yesterday, so. Oh, and the flight got delayed. We only got delayed like 2 hours, which sounds pretty bad, but I've had worse experiences. And I say only 2 hours because we had to get a new plane. They had to change the aircraft. I don't really know why. They said they were having some like maintenance fixing some lights. So I don't think it was that bad. But like only 2 hours and you have a new plane is not that bad. Because you expect, when they said we have to change aircraft, I was like, oh dear. What do you mean we have to change aircraft? We're gonna be here all day? But then it was only like 2 hours, so it wasn't that bad. Because I've had experiences where they had to change aircraft and it's like, okay, we have to change our plane, but our plane's gonna get here at 4 p.m. And it's currently 11 a.m. So good luck. You know, like I've had that kind of experience with flights before, but it wasn't that bad, so it was fine. 2 hours is nice. That's acceptable. I can handle that. Are you missing some? Maybe I want some more terrain paint down here. I feel like it needs to come out more. Okay. Let's talk lighting outside, because we don't have really any lighting up here. I know we were talking about getting some like fairy lights, but I'm not sure about how they're gonna look. So now I'm wondering what would happen if I put like maybe some of those glowing orb things from Realm of Magic and just see how that looks. It might be a bit much, but we can always try. They do come in like a purpley color, so. It doesn't actually light up much though, does it? But is that cool because it looks like maybe it's like a little fairy or something? I don't know. I kind of like it. We'll just get maybe not a ton of them, but some of them around. Oops. Sure. And a little bit lower for you. Oh, really, Lil? You got this. I know flying can feel kind of scary, especially if you haven't done it before. But hopefully it ends up being like kind of a cool experience for you. I am looking forward to it for you. It helps me to remind myself just how many planes take off and land safely every single day. There's an app that you can get called Flight Tracker or like Flight Radar 24. And if you look at that, you can like zoom out and you can see every plane that's in the sky anywhere across the entire world. And it is amazing how many planes are flying right now. Like as we speak, like more planes than you've ever seen in your entire life. And all of them are gonna land safely and be fine. And that helps me to think about that. Just how often it happens. Flying is like a real novelty for us, but for these airlines, like it's just a Tuesday, you know? Like, yeah, it's called Flight Radar 24. It's pretty cool because you can like, it sees your location. So if there's a plane that flies overhead, you could like look at the app and then find out where it's coming from. And like, I really enjoy it. I like to look at it when I'm out and about. And like, I see a plane, I'm like, ooh, where are they from? What are they doing? And then you can check. It's just cool. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, do you, Sarah? That's so cool. Yeah, I love it. I love to look at them all. I think it's fun. I always track my friends' flights too. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Where are you? I'm gonna find out where you are. Okay, let's try not to put too many of them down here so it feels kind of special, the little floating orbs. Yeah, maybe you go over there. Oh. Is it too much? I don't know. You think it's not enough? Okay, that's good. You come like right here. Let's get a tall one over here. Okay. Maybe like one more down here. It can be kind of low by the mushrooms. One more up here somehow. How does it look? Oh, it's actually pretty fun. Only thing is you can see them in the daytime and they don't move. But maybe it's okay like that. I don't know. This is what it looks like in daytime. But we're telling ourselves it's like a little pixie thing. So it's fine. You know what we could put? These are like the floating lights that come in the pack. Why are you so high up? Oh, because I'm on the wrong floor. These are like the little floating lights. And in live mode, they move around. I don't know, is that kind of cool? These floating orbs are in debug. They're in Realm of Magic debug. So you just gotta scroll through the debug cheat in Realm of Magic to get them, unfortunately. What if I did them in yellow? Because we're trying to have like yellow and purple, so we could do yellow with these. To get some more of the yellow color in. And it's supposed to float. It's enchanted. Oh wow. And then this is what it looks like at nighttime. I should get another one of them over here. Maybe I can try to angle them a little bit. So they all feel different. They don't show up in debug in your game? Are you sure? It's Realm of Magic. It's double debug though. You gotta do bv.show hidden objects and then bv.show live edit objects. And then they're in Realm of Magic. There's 2 layers to debug, which can be kind of confusing, but they are in there. Oh, we're already playing in this. Good for you. Maybe smaller. Oh, you can't size them down. None of this stuff can be sized down like that. This even, I don't... Oh, you can size these down, I guess. Well, maybe I will size them down then. We can make them really small, because then it looks like a teeny tiny fairy. Okay, I didn't think you could size these down, but I guess I was wrong. There's no animation to them, so that'll be why. Yeah, it looks better, smaller. Wow, this whole time, I've been using these for years. I just always assumed that you couldn't size them down. I literally thought it was impossible. And I guess I just never tried. Now I feel silly. Sometimes it's fun to have them big though, but oh god, this is the fairy pack, so small is better. Okay, how's that look at night now? Wow. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. That is really cool. I don't even want to change anything about it. I don't want to add lights downstairs. I like that it is only lit up here. I think that's really cool. Because it like really stands out. Oh. Okay, it worked. We're fine. Yikes. Wow. Oh, I'm glad we did this. Okay, so again, if you're gonna play here, it's kind of annoying. You have to instantly fly around. Like, you can't just like click sleep. They'll say they can't get there. You have to have them instantly fly and then go to sleep, you know? So that's just something to keep in mind if you're planning on playing on this lot. It's a little bit of a learning curve to get used to doing it, but you will get used to it. I've been playing like this in my gameplay save for a while and it's fine, so. It'll be all right. I'm gonna make sure I have a fairy house down here. We only have the one right now. Probably want to have multiple, so. It's like, depending on where you are on the lot, you're gonna probably want a fairy house there too. Or if you have more than one fairy living here, you might want extra, so we'll add a couple more. No, they don't instantly fly on their own. That's the problem, Emily. So it's a little bit impractical to play like this. But I've been doing it. I built a house that was similar that I played in for like 12 hours and it was fine. So you just gotta be prepared, I guess, is the better thing. Oh, I didn't add an easel yet. I guess we could put one of those too. Maybe I'll put it down here. I don't really want to put it up high because it won't quite fit, but we could put it somewhere in the back so you can paint. The other thing is that maybe I might want to have my sim get some plants. I might get some starter magic plants here. Let's see how that goes. Paint by the outhouse. Yeah, it's beautiful, right? Probably smells delicious over here when you're painting. Great, 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 great. Inspiring, even. Okay, Realm of Magic. I was gonna get, not Realm of Magic, Enchanted by Nature. I was gonna get a couple of these. These are the lightning root seeds. Here's a moody shrub, an aura blossom. I'm just thinking I might get a few more of them around, you know? Maybe 2 of each of those. Then we can have like a lemon tree and a cherry tree and that sort of stuff. Maybe I'll just find them on the gallery. Because that's stuff that is useful for you when you're trying to do fairy stuff. Lemons. Possibly a cherry too. I might put the cherry up here because I kind of like how that looks. Have my sim plant these real quick. Hopefully you can't. Oh, never mind. Instantly fly here. Now plant them. Nice. You've been using lightning roots as your only plant source in your off-the-grid home and it works? That's cool. I haven't tried that yet. I'll have to try that too. Gardening state, blossoming. 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 Here we go, we're gonna plant these too. Oh, I didn't mean to enchant you. Sorry. Growth stage, blossoming. All right, do you want to water them real quick? Well, never mind, doesn't need it. All right, what else do you have? Some of these are like not very useful. Maybe I should really just get my own. You just pinned a random message because you sneezed? Oh, I didn't even see, Tilly. That's kind of funny. It's like, unfortunately, it's almost like dangerously easy to pin stuff. It's like the time that I was heavily distracted and trying to ban somebody and then I modded them by accident because I never pressed the like button on their name to mod them, but I was like in their chat history, tried to ban them. I clicked mod. It's just sometimes a misclick can have serious repercussions, some might say. Or the raid incident. Oh my god, one time I was trying to ban somebody. I tried to type /ban. God knows why. instead of just clicking on, I don't know, but instead my brain typed /raid. I started a raid of the person I was trying to ban. So it like put their name up, like we're now raiding. Anyway, I banned them and they weren't even live, and like you can cancel the raid and whatever, but it's more embarrassing than anything. And also, like, you don't want to draw attention. Like, usually if you're banning somebody, it's like you don't want to give them attention because they've done something bad and like they're trolling you. A lot of times, most people we ban on Twitch are like people that don't know. They're not like simmers. They're just people that are trolling the categories, making like weird weird sexual comments and like weird things like that. And they're trying to get a rise out of you. Like, their intention is to type something so graphic and so shocking that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're talking to me like that. So you don't want to respond. Like, worst case is to give them attention, but then I just raid them by accident. Oh God. Let's get a death flower for these Sims too. I think I'll put it upstairs. I'm gonna put the death flower by their bedroom. Beautiful, right? Maybe get a lily as well. If you can't beat them, confuse them, I guess. Well, they certainly weren't expecting that. Bet they didn't see that coming. What about a snapdragon? That's like snap, that's cute. Never let them know your next move. That's funny. How about I get a carrot as well? Carrot plant. I'll put it right there. Maybe I'll get a potato. Potato visible from space. What does that mean? That's cool. What did I say when I started rating them? I don't know. I mean, I probably was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I probably was just like stressed. That's a Christmas rose. I don't want that. I just want regular rose. I probably was just like laughing and then canceling it real quick. It is funny, so it makes sense. Let me see what all we need. I know I need a daisy bush. Daisy, lemon, basil, moss, acorn, tulip. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 daisies and 2 tulips right there, maybe. Maybe, no, I'll just do 1. Your cat turned 20 on Monday. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Daisy. Tulip. Sure. What else? Flowers? That's all the flowers. I mean, we could probably get a couple of the like ones from other packs real quick if we wanted to. Just so we could fill it all in. I know, Snap hasn't been in here all day. It's actually rude. What does she think she's doing? The kittens haven't come up here either. Not in my office. Maybe they're protesting because I was gone for a few days. So they're like, you ditched us, we ditch you. And I guess fair enough. Like, maybe I deserve that. Maybe I'll get a bluebell. Here's a perfect bluebell. Okay. I do need a few more up here. I feel like maybe if I had another daisy or 2, that might be nice. Oh, the crystal tree could be nice. Here's the crystal tree. Oh. Maybe I'll put the crystal tree down here and I'll do these 2 trees up here. I guess this has to scoot over. Yeah, for it to not look weird, we shouldn't do too many of them. Okay, and then what did I say? Tulip and daisy? Because that gets used the most. Okay, tulip. One more. Daisy. Perfect. I think that might be the last thing. Oh no, there's one more planter box right there. What about... And what kind of plants does she have in her inventory? Basil, bell pepper. Oh, a tomato. There you go. Christine's not here right now, and I think she's not feeling well, so... This is... Don't eat tomato! Oh my god! Oh no. Well, now she's really not gonna be feeling well. She got eaten. Planted instead, sorry. Oh god. There, that's grown. Oh, there's one more right there. Oh. I mean, maybe like a mandrake could be kind of fun. That's a realm of magic plant, but they're cool, so. Maybe I'll do the valerian root instead. More magical plants. We can grow these so that we can use them against spellcasters or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I think the house might be done. It's a limited pack build? No. I don't think I used any kits though. Because it's not really a lot of like furniture. So we have like obviously a lot of Enchanted by Nature. I've got like various expansion packs for various landscaping, jungle adventure, romantic garden stuff, but it's probably a pretty reasonable amount of packs. I'm gonna put it on the gallery and then we'll go back and do a final tour. Should I put it on the gallery in the evening time? What day looks the best? Whoa. That looks kind of cool, right? Okay, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Wow. This fairy house is split between multiple levels floating in the sky. There is also a basement normal house with space for a toddler. To play here, you'll need to have a fairy and instantly fly between levels. They won't do it autonomously. Okay. Hopefully that's helpful. Oh, to be placed on Greenwood Hamlet residence. Okay. What if it rains? Well, then you just have a hard time. Oops, that's spelled wrong. If it rains, then you stand in the rain, I guess. It is what it is. Floating fairy house. Okay. My first pet stuff. Oh yeah, because of the bowl. Well, it's 2 pages of packs, but only slightly. If it rains, then you can shower for free. Exactly. That's really not that bad. And this, it says 2 Enchanted by Nature because one of them is the early purchase content. This thing. So without that bowl, it would have been 1 page. And without that one item, it would have been 1 page. 3 things from werewolves. Only the toddler potty from For Rent. So that's easy. If you don't have For Rent, that's fine. Horse Ranch has 2 bathroom things, but you could also replace that easily. Cottage Living only had that thing, so you could replace that pretty easily. That's the wrong thing. Island Living. Oh, the plants. Yeah, I used a lot of that. Seasons is just the thermostat, so you don't really even need that. Cats and Dogs is just the pet stuff. Get Together was only that thing. So really, it's like really mostly just Enchanted by Nature, but a couple things. This is pretty important from Jungle Adventure. Outdoor Retreat had a couple things too, but the stuff that's there, it's like just 1 item from the pack, so you could replace it if you wanted to play here, you know? And that could be nice for you, so. Oh, I'm glad we did this. This was pretty cool. I love to do landscaping on builds like this. It's just fun for me to do the landscaping in this kind of place. Let me show you around in case you wanted to see it. I'll make that in live mode too so you can see like all of the stuff. So this is what the ground level looks like. There's a small place to sit. There's an outhouse for your Sims now. We have this thing, an easel is the word I'm looking for. She's already doing a fairy dance party. But mostly it's just like lots of landscaping. And then there's kind of like a sneaky hidden underground area. You can go down this little staircase into the basement. This is so that you can have space for a baby because the babies can't teleport like the adults can. So if you wanted to have a baby, they could use this. Also, the dog would have a place inside. So we have a regular kitchen and stuff too underground, but there's a toddler room and a bathroom if you wanted it in the basement. A lot of plants. There's also just a lot of gardening stuff outside, like everywhere. On the downstairs, like on the upstairs. And then the first level looks like this. It's kind of like the garden and apothecary area. So you can use the apothecary workbench and also grow plants. Up here is the bedroom. You just instantly fly up here to get here from there. See? So you could sleep, you've got a desk, you know, you've got places for your mirror and everything. Up again, this level has two things. This first one is like the bathroom. It has a oh, I didn't put any plants in this. Oh no. Oh well, that gives you room to plant more. I guess if you're gonna play it, it's nice to have a couple empty ones because you might have plants of your own, but there's a bathtub and a telescope and some plants. And then over here is like the living room. So you can use this living room to sit by the fire, play chess, read, you know. The soggy bed when it rains, yeah. It would be a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. Your fairy just got the luck ailment and then died from being hysterical. That's lucky. You gotta say, that's pretty lucky. Yeah, the canopy, maybe the canopy is waterproof. It kind of looks like mesh, but maybe it's enchanted or something, so you're fine. I don't know. I don't know. They never said what kind of luck. They just said you got luck. Lucky enough to die, I guess. Okay, well we finished that a little bit quicker than I thought we would. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. People have been asking all day and I don't have an answer. I am gonna stream tomorrow and Saturday playing Very Veggie. We're gonna like work on the new build and stuff for our Veggie Legacy tomorrow and then probably play in it on Saturday. If we finish it in time, I'll start playing it tomorrow. We have the entire furnishing to do though. I built the whole exterior already and we haven't done any furnishing yet of that house. I built it like 2 weeks ago before the pack came out, but I wanted to wait until the pack came out in case I wanted to use anything from it. I actually don't think I'm gonna use that much from the pack in it, but I'll probably use a couple things. And the house is gonna be kind of modern. Like, I want the house to be a little bit, it's like an old house that's been renovated and like fairy stuff doesn't really fit the vibes in there. You know, so anyway, we'll figure that out tomorrow. We'll like make a plan for it and then we'll probably play in it on Saturday once it's done. Kind of just depends how long it takes and like how it goes. It's hard to say. And then I'm gonna play Stardew Valley on Sunday. So I'll be live on Sunday. I'm not normally live on Sundays, but I was gone for a few days, so I'm gonna stream on Sunday too. And then on Monday and Tuesday of next week, I think we're gonna build again. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna play Stardew Valley again. And then on Thursday, I'm flying to Chicago for my grandma's funeral, which is very unpleasant, but I'm trying to like think positive about it and like think that it's nice to see my family. So yay, I'm going to Chicago next week. So anyway, I won't be able to stream next weekend because of that, but I think I might stream before my flight. It kind of depends. This is a little bit unhinged, but I might stream for like 1 hour really early in the morning before my flight on Thursday of next week. So I don't know, we'll see. But I haven't figured that out yet. That's my plan for the next few days, I guess. And then my sister's birthday is that Friday. And then Dan's birthday is the Monday when we come home. Doesn't that suck? Happy birthday, we're going to a funeral. But we're reframing this. It's not a funeral, it's my grandma's party. She's having a party. So Anyway, get some Giordano's pizza while you're there. My family are Lou Malnati's people, Autumn. They aren't even Giordano's people. We probably won't get any Giordano's while we're there. They have Giordano's in Orlando. There's one on I Drive, like kind of near the parks. So there is a Giordano's here if you wanted it. So therefore, they're probably gonna get Lou's while we're up there. So, because they don't have it here. But anyway, this is very Sims 4 life and death. Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun. It'll be a nice weekend. Lou Malnati's son coaches at your high school? No way. Well, tell him we're a big fan. We're a big, big, big fan. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it too, Gilly, where it's like, it's sad. Obviously, because my grandma died. But it's really nice that the family's all gonna be together, and I think we're gonna have a nice time being together, and so I'm trying to like reframe it. We're celebrating grandma, but also, it sucks, so. Anyway, it's also been like a month since she passed, so that I think is making it a little bit easier too, because it's not so fresh and horrible, I guess. Oh yeah, we're gonna play cards for her for sure. She would have loved this. She would have loved this. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good time. So we are celebrating, and that's a nice way of putting it. So, and my sister is gonna get to have a nice like birthday dinner while we're there, so that'll be good too. She'll enjoy that. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do yet that day. And then we're gonna do some touristy things on the Friday. And then like Saturday and Sunday we're gonna spend with my family, so. Some of them are flying in on Friday, but my sister was like, I'm not flying to a funeral on my birthday. Like, I absolutely wholeheartedly refuse to do that. And fair enough. Like, Shanna, we get it. I wouldn't want to fly to my grandma's funeral on my birthday either, so we're flying the day before. I understand. Her birthday, she's turning 20 next week, so it was pretty exciting. Pretty big one for her, I guess. Yeah, mindset is a good way. It's, it helps to reframe it, Polly, exactly. So I don't know. Grief is weird. I still, I'm feeling a lot better overall about it. I mean, it's been almost 2 months, so I'm feeling a lot better about it overall. But there are still things that, hit me really hard. I don't know, I bought some postcards when I was in Seattle. Didn't buy one for my grandma. Cried about that. I cried about watching a vlog of someone else buying postcards before I went to Seattle about postcards. And it's just like the weirdest little things. The other day I was upset in the grocery store looking at her favorite ice cream. I didn't cry. I was just sad. I saw it and I was like, oh my God. She loved that. Now she's dead. So, but I guess it comes in waves, so it hits you harder sometimes than others. And even some things get me years later from my grandpa too. So that's just normal. It is what it is, and it's still fresh. So it's funny like that. Little random grief sneak attacks. Yeah, exactly. It gets you and you just I don't know. A lot of the things now having been 10 years since my grandpa passed. A lot of the times with that, when things hit me about it, it feels not positive, because that's not a good way of looking at it. But it's more like a, oh, I'm thinking about my grandpa kind of feeling. And oh, he would have loved this kind of feeling versus a, he's dead and I'm distraught kind of feeling, It's more sentimental, I guess, in some ways. I don't know. It's weird. Weird nostalgia, I guess. Yeah. Grief. It just is a horrible thing, so... it's been a while since I said it out loud. In case you came into the stream later on and you didn't hear, the vet called with Snap's results, and they're good. She had that weird lump pop up, a couple weeks ago, overnight, very strange, same place that she had cancer, so I was all distraught. No cancer. No cancer. We still aren't sure what it is exactly. It's maybe it could have been a bug bite or something, but I don't think so. More likely it's possible it was a cyst that was under her skin, and so we didn't know it was there because it was under her skin, and then it popped and then got infected maybe, and that's why it happened within 12 hours or something. But it's not cancerous. I was really scared about it because it happened so fast that I was like, what if this is some super scary thing? And it was in the same place that she did have cancer. So I was like, this is not good, but it's not. So it's fine. Yeah, it's just like a deep infected cyst kind of thing. And it's been healing. She had an antibiotic injection for it like 2 weeks ago, and it's been healing ever since. So it like is fine. I think it's just, you just wait until it like heals up completely. But that's the thing, like, she's old, so they get lumpy, which it happens. It's just extra scary because she did have a cancerous mass that was in a similar location. It like made me think, like, what if it was back, you know? So yeah, it's more healed now. Her fur's been growing back over it a little bit now too, so it doesn't look as bad. She's been doing better. Good riddance to Brian. Yeah, truly. I was in Seattle. I wasn't in Antarctica. I just got back last night. We got back at like 7 or 8 last night. Which, by the way, that flight is killer on the way home because it's a 6-hour flight and a 3-hour time difference. So it takes 9 hours total. 6 total, but feels like 9 because of the time difference. So it's all day. All day. But yeah, I got back yesterday, so I was just gone for a couple days. I look tan. I got a little bit sunburnt on the, I was wearing sunscreen, but when we were whale watching, I could feel that I needed to reapply it, but we were with the orcas and we spent like an hour and a half nearby to the orcas. We were so lucky. They were just right there and like we had all this time. So I was stood out there on the deck of the boat thinking like, oh my God, I need more sunscreen on, but I'm not leaving the orcas. Like, I'm not going inside to get my bag and, like, put more sunscreen on. I'm going to wait till the orcas are gone, or we're gone. So I could feel myself getting a little bit sunburned. But the guy even said, like, the guide, he was like, just you wait. If you leave to go to the bathroom, somebody's going to breach, or, like, something cool is going to happen, and you're going to miss it. And I was like, that's not happening to me. I am stood right here. I can handle a little sunburn. I'm not reapplying yet. I'm waiting right here, because I'm not missing anything. So it was, yeah, anyway, I'm a little red. So, snap! Finally! I've been waiting for you for like 3 hours. Yeah, I know, you can't make a jump. Okay, I'll get you. There you go. You wanna come up? You missed the whole stream. You didn't even clock in this whole time. Okay. They were all talking about you. We were talking about your lump. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Her fur is so long, it's hard to find it sometimes. That's a good thing too. You're just so beautiful. You're so pretty. And lumpy. Now the stream can start. Yeah, she sensed that she was being talked about again. So she just put my mouth was open and you put your face directly in it. I just got like a mouth full of fur. Oh my God. Oh my. Thank you. That was really nice. Yeah, anyway, I was telling Stream at the beginning of stream too that it's the kittens gotcha day. We found them in the sewer 2 years ago, which is pretty cool as well. I'm planning on a photo shoot with them this weekend for Instagram, so just you wait. I'm gonna post it this weekend and you're gonna think that it was this weekend, but it wasn't. But I'm gonna lie on Instagram. So I have more time to take pictures with them. But the kittens have been here for 2 years now, which is pretty cool too. I'm trying to see if I have any good pictures that are recent that I haven't shown you, but most of them you have seen, I think. Well, no, not necessarily. I don't post them all, do I? It's so hard to take pictures of the kittens because black cats are just like, you know, here's Shrimpy from a couple days ago. He's so big. What I want to show you is a picture of the two of them next to each other so you can see the size difference, but they're so squirmy. It's like hard to get. Oh, here's a good one. This is a picture of my kittens in their tent. I put like in my dining room, I just put a blanket over the dining table and they have a tent. This is the two of them in there. You can only see one, but if you look close, there's another eye right here. That one is Sunny and that one is Shrimp. So, just some eyes visible. So funny looking. Thank you. That was pretty cute, Snap. Oh, here's a good one. This is a screenshot from a Discord call from the other day when I held Shrimp up and he didn't like it. Haven't shown you that one, I don't think. They're just so cute. I can't believe we got 3 cats now, huh? And it's been 2 years as well. Younger cats cuddle each other constantly. Really? That's so cute. I love it when they cuddle. I like when they sit together. What I really want to find is a picture of them both standing and facing the camera so you can see the size difference. But I have so many of like one or the other and not many of both of them standing up. I want them standing up so you can see everybody. Oh well. I always have this problem when I'm streaming and trying to show pictures because I have like a million pictures of cats and then it's like, how do you find the best one to show on stream? Because they're all just pictures of cats. Oh, I liked this one. This was kind of cute too. Look at this. This is them both in the window of my bedroom. Isn't that just adorable? Snap! Isn't that just adorable, my little kitten? Maybe I post that one. I don't know. Anyway, happy gotcha day to my cats, no longer in the sewer. Yeah, I gotta start saving the good ones in an album on my phone so I can pull them up easier. Because they're all just, there's so many that are like not good. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm scrolling past them and not showing you. It's like, so many of them that's just, it looks like a little blob. And it's like, well, that's not gonna like get us anywhere. Pictures of Kumar is just a blur. Exactly, it's hard. It's hard. Anyway, I just love cats. 2 pixels of hamster. Oh, I have something really funny I wanted to show you actually. This is, so I told you we saw a bald eagle when I was on the whale watching trip. I'll show you the picture that I took of the bald eagle first. It was this. That's the eagle. Then there was like a wildlife photographer on the boat who was the guide and who was like telling us about the whales and everything. This is the picture that he took. Look at the difference. Obviously he has like a absolutely ridiculous giant lens, but I was like, oh, it actually was a bald eagle. Because when they said it, I was like, okay, sure, eagle, yeah. No, it was an eagle. I'm seeing the eagle just now for the first time. It really was an eagle. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Anyway, I don't know if I've seen a bald eagle flying in real life before. I have a memory of a bald eagle that had a nest kind of near my grandma's place in Florida a long time ago, but it was like so high up. So it's just like you would drive past and she'd be like, there's an eagle nest up there. And I'd think, oh, that's cool. But you couldn't actually see it. But this is, you can actually see it. Anyway. Saw a bunch in Alaska. That's so cool, Christine. Seeing wildlife like this is just so cool. Honestly, I had the best time whale watching. I would go whale watching again in a heartbeat. I would do it today if I could. I loved it. I loved everything about that whole thing. It was so cool. It was so fun. Like, it was amazing. I love that kind of thing. I was like tearing up when I saw the orcas for the first time. Like it was an experience. I loved it. I loved it. Do you see an eagle every day on your drive from work? That's pretty cool. I love that, Dave. Yeah, but there are eagles here, but I don't really see them very often. They're not so common around here, so. I see a lot of birds, but not a lot of eagles. When you go, there's no whales. Yeah, we definitely got really lucky. They were talking about that on the boat, because when you go like on a whale watching trip like that, there's other whale watching companies that are all in the area, and they like are all kind of connected. Like they report sightings to each other and stuff, and so they'll like, if you find something, then they'll sometimes come so they can see it too. But we found them first every single time. We've like stumbled upon these 7 orcas. And got to like report it to everybody else. So the captain kept being like, we win, we saw them first. And we just, like, we didn't even have to go that far. They were telling us how the day before, they had to drive all the way up to Canada to see anything. And it was like an hour and 40 minutes there, and then same thing back. And they only saw a couple, and it was like super choppy water, and it was foggy, so you couldn't see that well. Meanwhile, we saw the orcas within 30 minutes of getting on that boat. Like, it was like basically instant. They were right there. It was so close by, and like we got so lucky because you book like this boat has like so many hours that you're gonna be on the boat, and so like if you find them faster, then you can stay with them longer. And like we got so lucky. It was so cool. It was really awesome. I feel like it was like the perfect. I didn't really know what to expect from it because I was trying not to get my hopes up too high because like you might not see much. You might only see one whale. Like you don't really know what could happen. So I was trying to like manage my expectations and sort of like keep be like, as long as you see anything, that'll be good and fun, And then we saw 7 orcas and 3 humpbacks. 7 different orcas and 3 different humpbacks, which was so cool. I just thought that was amazing. The humpbacks were all juveniles too. They said they're like 1 to 2 years old, all 3 of them. So that was pretty cute. But I really liked it. It was so fun. I really had a great time. That was like the whole reason I went too. I didn't get seasick, no, Christine. We were worried about Dan because Dan gets motion sickness pretty bad and like seasickness a lot of the time. Well, he's not on boats very much, but so seasickness maybe not. But he gets motion sick from cars. So we bought and like brought Dramamine with us. But the water was also really calm. That's the thing. We got really lucky. It was really good weather this weekend. And like it was just, we got really lucky with the weather and stuff. Because I feel like it could have been really bad. I know. But it could have been way worse, and the weather was good. It was sunny, like, it worked out really well for us. But I would recommend if you get the opportunity to go whale watching at some point in your life, I think you should take it because it was pretty fun. And even like, I don't know, obviously it's unpleasant to feel seasick, but like you might see a whale. So yeah, you might feel nauseous, but nausea is temporary. Whales are forever. That's you can never, you don't want to pass up an opportunity to see a whale, You'll feel better eventually. So it's worth it. Words of wisdom, right? But we were lucky that it was good weather, because it could have been way worse. Yeah, Snappy's being funny. Oh, I didn't notice my blanket was right there. Sorry, that's messy. My bad, chat. I should have moved it, and I didn't. Oh, that's so cool, Ari. That is so cool. Nausea is temporary, whales are forever. But it's true. It was so cool. It was so cool. No, we didn't get on a ferry while we were there. No, if we had stayed longer, we would have. We were only there. We flew in on Sunday. Plane landed at like 1 p.m. And then we had all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and then flew home yesterday morning. So we weren't really there for that long. We managed to get loads of stuff done though. I went to like Pike Place Market. I went in the Space Needle. I went to the Chihuly Glass Museum. He has a piece that's in the Orlando Museum of Art. It's like he's a like glass blowing artist, and he has a piece that's here. And I always thought it was so cool when I was a kid. And then he has a whole museum in Seattle, so I went there and I got to see it. That was pretty cool. But we got to see a lot of nice stuff while we were there. I really enjoyed it. But like he's a local. I didn't even know that until I was planning the trip, and I was like, oh my god, that's the guy with the art in the Orlando Museum of Art. I've seen that before. So it was fun to get to see the full museum. So, and it's nice. It's like right next to the Space Needle. You can even get like a combo ticket that's discounted to go up the Space Needle and go into that art museum. So, if you're thinking about doing it, that's a cool thing to do. They had glass blowing demos. Yeah, I watched one of those too. So I got to see that. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, it was a fun trip. I'm really glad I got to go. We kind of like almost last minute booked it. We would be talking about it for a couple of weeks. And I was like, I don't know. I was thinking like, well, I don't know. We've been working a lot because of the PAC early access. What if we just like went to Seattle afterward? And then I did. And I went to see whales and I had the best day ever. So. I went to loads of bookstores. We went to, oh gosh, trying to name them all offhand is going to be hard. There's a big one called Elliott Bay Book Company that I went to. There's another one, same area, called Twice Sold Tales. That's a used bookstore that has a bunch of cats inside of it. There was another cat bookstore. Gosh, what was it? I'm going to see if I can find the picture of it. There was 2 used bookstores that had cats. Ophelia's Books, I went to that. We were in Edmonds for the whale watching tour, and they had a bookstore. I went into that one too. Don't know what it was called. And I went to, there's a bookstore in Pike Place Market that I went to as well. So I got to do all of that. I love to go to bookstores when I'm on trips. It's so fun. I love to do that. It is a good time. Come to Portland, Oregon next. Maybe someday. My cousins live in Portland. Or, well, they used to. They don't anymore. They lived in Portland, but they go back sometimes. So that's fun. Oh, really, Snail? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Come to Stockholm. Don't tempt me, Tilly. I would love to do that. That would be so cool. This is the thing. There's so many places you want to visit. Did I see a guy wearing a cat mask playing an accordion outside of the bookstore in Pike Place? No, I didn't, but that sounds fun. I gotta be honest, Pike Place was a little busy for me. I've been to some busy places. Obviously, I went on a Sunday afternoon. That's when we had time, so that's when I went. Like right when we got into Seattle was the first thing I did. And it was a little bit busy in there. It was a little bit overwhelming. And it smells like fish in there too, which is not anybody's fault. They've got fish markets, they sell fish in there. But I did find it a little overwhelming. Because it was a lot. But we walked past the gum wall. They have a wall where everyone sticks used gum. You can look it up, it's nasty. Picture it, gum wall of used gum. Saw that, which was something. Yeah, it was cool to see though. But it really is quite something. The whole idea of that, everyone's like, did you go to the gum wall? I'm like, yeah, I wish I hadn't. It's so gross. It's so gross. But yeah, I'm glad we went. It feels like an experience to get to see it, you know, and say you were there. But yikes. I'm glad I went to Pike Place too, even though it was busy and like kind of stressful. It's like one of those things that it's good to see, you know? Like you gotta see it. You have to have been there if you go. Yeah, I think that they did remove the gum wall once and then it just came back. Like people put it back. But I think it's like when people put those locks on bridges and stuff, and like they have to cut them off because it weighs the bridge down too much, and then people just keep putting them there. I think they just can't. The gum wall is the gum wall. Like if people are gonna put it back, like I don't think they can. You can't get rid of it. Like it's a local landmark. Like tourists come and they hear about it. There's gonna be a gum wall. So the gum wall is eternal. Yeah, it's like a tourist that you gotta check off. Exactly. I didn't put gum on it though. So I'll avoid it. I went to the Fremont Troll. I did do that. I also did, they have an underground tour because Seattle burned down in like the late 1800s. And then they had to build the city back up, but they built it like on the second floor basically. And so they have some of the first floor buildings. They have a basement that's kind of still there. You can go around in the underground. It's a little gimmicky, the tour, but it was funny and I liked it and I got to go under there. So that was kind of cool. I did that. I'd recommend it, honestly. We did loads of stuff. We were everywhere. But I would recommend that actually. I thought it was pretty cool to see. So, but yeah, we were all over the place. Love the underground. Yeah, it's fun. I went to, there's 2 ice cream places that it seems to me like there's drama, like they're fighting. Because people have like oh, do you love this one or this one? Molly Moons and also Salt and Straw. I went to them both. I was opposed to Salt and Straw at first because they have one in Disney Springs and I haven't been to it. So I was like, I don't need to go to Salt and Straw because they have one in Florida. Why would I go there? But I ended up going to them both. I liked Salt and Straw better. So that was my opinion. Sorry to start drama, but I liked Salt and Straw better. They were both good. But you know when like fancy ice cream places are kind of like doing too much sometimes? And they're like, they both are like that. Like their flavors are like, sometimes they're doing too much and that's okay. But that's kind of the vibes of them both. It's like they're putting all kinds of stuff in there and like making it's like really fancy. But fair enough. Like it's fun to try, but they'll just put whatever in there. Like And they have like specialty flavors, and it really can be weird sometimes. But they also have normal stuff too. So anyway, it was fun. I'm glad I tried them both though. And it was hot, so you need ice cream. It's important. You need to do it. You need to be there and get ice cream twice, right? Once a day. Do you have a lot of fancy ice cream places in Seattle? That's so interesting. We don't really have a lot of fancy ice cream places down here. But they have Salt and Straw at Disney Springs, so if I want to get more, I can go to the Disney Springs one. I really don't ever... We always park by the Salt and Straw at Disney Springs, like in that parking garage, and I never actually have been to it. But now I know, so maybe I will. Because it's like 40 minutes away. But they have like cool, fancy, good vegan flavors too, so that's nice. It's nice to have that sort of option. It is funny that I went all the way to Seattle to get it though, despite me being able to get it right here. I had to go on a plane to try it, yeah, seriously. Yeah, they have honestly, Seattle is really cool too, because I kept joking to Dan, like, we're in the future right now. Like, it's so, I don't know, they had like, all the restaurants had like compostable food containers, like Salt and Straw. They had the spoon and the cup were both compostable. So they're like, put the whole thing in the compost bin. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like magic. Like, you guys are fully in the future. This would never happen in Florida. It would never happen here. They have absolutely no infrastructure for that. And also, like, people are weird and lazy. They wouldn't do it here. And like, I don't know. It's fun to get to go to a place that is like more progressive. Just in general, you know, like I don't know, you kind of forget that the world is like that out there. Because I live in Central Florida and the vibes are different in this place. Even though, like, you know, Orlando is usually more blue, but still I'm in Florida. So the vibes are just off. Like, when you go to like the West Coast, I don't know. It's way nicer over there. In so many ways. It's just cool. It's cool. So I really enjoyed that as well. Oh, that's tough, Tilly. Yeah, paper straws are hard, especially if, you know, you're trying to drink like a frozen thing or something. But yeah, I saw a couple people over there. Very nice. I ran into somebody that was like at the waterfront park, which was fun. Oh, I also went to I almost forgot to say, I went to a fabric store. So my friend Hope, you know how you kind of have like friend-in-laws where it's like your friends' friends? My friend Hope has her best friend is named Elsie, and she lives in Seattle. And I've met Elsie once, and I hear about Elsie all the time. But I don't really know Elsie that well. Like, we kind of like hear of each other through Hope. But Elsie also sews, and so she was recommending me like a bunch of fabric stores to go to, and so I went to this one called Stitches, and it was so cute in there, and I bought a little bit of fabric, so now I have that makeup project from it. But stealing a friend-in-law, well, you know what I mean, right? Because like, you've got, I don't know, your friends have other friends sometimes that you maybe don't know as well. But you like know about them. You hear like, oh, so-and-so had this happen and this happened. And it's so exciting, but I don't really know them that well, so. Anyway, but I really liked Stitches. It was cute in there. So I was there too. Anyway. I had a great time in Seattle. I would go back in a heartbeat. I loved it there. It was really fun. Yeah, it's like your cousins have other cousins. Exactly. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. I know, Icky. I really would. I know I would. What I need is another hobby, truly. I'll start knitting someday. I'll get there. I'll get there. Okay, anyway. We probably should stop yapping too much, because... Oh, it's gonna storm. Oh, no. Well, tonight... speaking of bookstores and stuff, I'm going to the like local Orlando romance bookstore. New Romantics is hosting an event with Ashley Poston tonight. I've never been to an author event before, but I'm going to it today. So I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I don't know if she's gonna sign my book. Like, I'm kind of scared. I don't know what to say to her. I'm gonna think about it. But I'm going to that tonight. So that's why I can't stream later. So I'm live now because I've got plans later. But it's my first ever author event. So I'm excited. she wrote 7 Year Slip, which maybe you read. I've read all of her books. Every book by Ashley Poston I've read. 7 Year Slip, she wrote a novel love story, The Dead Romantics. That's not in order. And the most recent one is called Sounds Like Love. I read that. Loved them all. They're like magical realism romance books. They're so good. I really like them. I would recommend them. So anyway, I'm gonna meet her later. Ooh, I'm kind of scared, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. No need to be nervous, right? But I'm excited about it, and I feel like now once I go to this one, I'm gonna feel more brave to go to other ones too, right? Because I would like this kind of thing. The author's name is Ashley Poston, and her most famous book is 7 Year Slip. So I think I liked The Dead Romantics the best, then 7 Year Slip, then Sounds Like Love, then A Novel Love Story. But I like them all a lot. I would recommend all of them, honestly. They're pretty cool. Like A Novel Love Story, in that one, the character like falls into her favorite book series, but like the town exists in real life, and she like stumbles into it. And then she's like trying to figure it out because she's like, wait, this is so familiar to me. And then it's like kind of cool. I mean, if you love books, then that sounds pretty cool, right? Yeah, maybe you should read it. She writes good books. So, did you, Amanda? So I like Sarah Penner a lot too. Really? Look, listen. I don't think there's anything wrong with not saying anything to a celebrity. I get it, Halo, because if I ran into somebody that I really liked, I feel like I would have a really hard time speaking to them or like saying something to them. And I speak from experience a little bit from the other side. I am no celebrity, but I do get recognized in public. And there's nothing you could say that is weird. Like, you don't need to feel embarrassed about it. Because people say all sorts of things when they meet you. Sometimes they scream, like sometimes, like it, you know, people have done everything. Like you won't embarrass yourself, and it is by default just kind of a weird interaction. Like that you aren't making it weird. It's just kind of a when like you know someone and they don't know you. I think by default, like you're gonna feel awkward about it, but you don't need to feel awkward about it. You know, like it's fine. So you don't need, you won't be weird. Anytime you ever talk to like a person that you like for whatever reason, author, actor, whatever, you won't be weird. I mean, maybe the actor will be weird to you. Some really famous people are kind of weird about stuff, but most people are going to be so normal about it. So, but yeah, usually they're good at breaking the ice. Admittedly, I don't know if I'm good at breaking the ice. I also don't know if I should offer a picture or not if they don't ask. Because there's something in me that is like, I feel like such a brat being like, do you want a picture? Because I don't know, So anyway, I feel weird about it too, because I don't know what to say. I don't know how to, so everybody, it's so normal, don't worry. If you ever see any celebrity ever, it's so normal, don't even worry about it. And those people, like the big celebrities, are used to it more, so you're fine. You're a crier? That's fine too. People have cried in front of me as well. Sometimes I cry back. It's a whole thing. But it's fine to cry as well. Trust me, they've seen it all. If they're really famous, they've seen it all. And if they're not really famous, they're probably just really excited for the chance to speak to somebody, you know? So no matter what happens, like, it's fine. Seriously, like, you can't embarrass yourself. Whatever happens, it's probably already happened, you know? So, anyway. Anyway, I would feel really awkward going up to a celebrity that I liked. I just feel like I wouldn't know what to say, which is so funny because I've been on both sides of it, you know, but I'm so shy. I'm so shy in real life that I would have a really hard time going up and seeing someone. Oh, can I tell you a secret? Listen, nobody tell anybody this, okay? When I was at Epic Universe, I saw this, there's like this Disney vlogger called Tim Tracker. And I saw him at Epic Universe, and he was vlogging, and I was in the background, and because I was like waiting for our food order at Epic Universe, and I was in the background of his vlog, and I knew who he was, but I did not say anything, and I was just standing in the background, and I knew he was filming, so I was like trying to play it cool on my phone, like, it's totally fine, but I have to wait right here because my food's right there, so I'm waiting, and Anyway, if you want to look for it, it's in the video where I think it's like the tour he did of Dark Universe at Epic Universe. And when he goes to the Burning Blade Tavern, you can see me twice. The first time I didn't know he was filming. You can see me and Dan looking at the menu outside, like in the distance, because he like films the tavern. I'm in it. He filmed me. He didn't know he filmed me, but he did. It's far away, but you can see us at the menu. And then when he's like in the back, we're waiting there for our food, and he's vlogging, and we're in the background. So when we watched the video, I was like, that's me. His name is Tim Tracker. But anyway, I did stumble upon him in public once, and I didn't say anything. He was getting recognized non-stop. That's part of why I wouldn't have said anything, because literally, like, he would start vlogging, somebody would talk to him. He'd be like, oh, hey, how are you doing? He'd vlog, somebody would talk to, like, he was literally non-stop, which makes sense because you're a theme park YouTuber in a theme park. Like, your audience is all there. It's like if you're at a convention, but it's just your daily life because you're at a theme park. So literally non-stop, he was being recognized. And they don't ever put it in video, so I didn't really realize that happened, but it makes sense. It makes sense. But like everywhere he went, there was people, like I assume at least, because when he was standing there talking, it was like 7 or 8 different times someone came out to him. You were in the background of a Logan Paul video? He filmed from you in London too? Wow. Of all people. That's so random. Did you watch the video back to see yourself though? Because I would have. I would have wanted to see. I would have been curious to see. Not Logan Paul. Ew. Ew. Anyway, I should probably stop streaming. I need to go get ready and stuff. That's kind of funny. I like this brand of like internet celebrity interaction where it's like I didn't talk to them, but I was in their video. You stood behind Zelda YouTuber Plink Crow in line at Six Flags for over an hour. Oh my gosh. You were behind them in line for that long. Did you know who they were beforehand? That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that we've all been in the background of some sort of YouTube video, because people film stuff all the time. My husband the whole time didn't say anything. To be fair, a line is a very, it's uncomfortable. I can see how you wouldn't want to say something, because then you have to like be next to them for a long time. Because it's one thing to be like, hey, how are you? Can I get a picture? And then leave, because you're like kind of, I don't know, it's like you're embarrassed to say something. But to then have to stand next to them for an hour, I think I also would not say something in that situation. But it kind of depends how brave you are. I'm just so shy that I wouldn't, but if someone said something to me, I wouldn't mind. Like if somebody behind me in line said something, I wouldn't. People have before, never in an hour-long line. One time, when I was in like a concession stand line at the Olivia Rodrigo concert in Orlando, and the line like switched back, you know? I was in the middle. There were people that recognized me on all sides of me in the line, which I don't usually get recognized by like more than one person. Like if I get recognized, it's like one person at the concert or like one, you know, but in that line, which again, it was an Olivia Rodrigo concert. So like the demographic makes sense. Like people that are there probably also like Sims, but they were like, I was surrounded in the line. It was a very strange experience. I've never really had that happen to me before. So I was like, oh, hey, and then, oh, hey, on all sides. That doesn't usually happen in public. I've had that kind of thing happen to me at like TwitchCon, but not really just out and about, you know, where there's like less people. Oh yeah, wait, let me see if I can find the video, because I know my mods put it in the chat. Is this with the area? Oh yeah, here, wait, look. This is the Tim Tracker video that I am in. Here. There's me. But we were waiting for our food. The pickup is like right there. I think Dan looks at the camera. No, he doesn't. He's just smiling. That's because I was trying so hard. I was like, play it cool, don't look. Play it cool, don't look. Dan's like smirking because he knew that he was filming. And you can see this person just recognized him. Wait, look. You can see in her face. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, I'm also, it's like a little bit before then. Wait. I think he was out here. I forget when it was, but I was stood like right here. I didn't know he was filming. Obviously, I hadn't even seen him. Oh. That's me and Dan. Right there. We were just looking at the menu. So he wasn't trying to film us. He was just showing like, and then we walked inside. So when I watched the video back, I knew that I was in the other part because I could see him pointing a camera at us. But that one I didn't know. So when I watched the video back, I was like, that's me too! Crossover event, yeah. That's my cameo. That's my close-up. OMG, you're on YouTube. You're famous. Guys, I'm in a YouTube video. Cool collab. Anyway, don't make it weird, okay? I guess I made it weird by not saying something, but anyway, whatever. That's when I was in Tim Tracker's YouTube video, so. Could you imagine if you're just watching that video and you like saw lilsimsie in it? Like, I don't think anybody did. At least nobody told me that they did. But like, imagine just like, you're just watching some random video and then all of a sudden, you're like, it's a theme park video, and then you're like, wait a minute, that's a Sims YouTuber I watch. But I'm not that observant. I don't really look at, like, I don't look at the crowds in the background, like, you know, if, especially because it's like, so, it's like, you know, 3 seconds or whatever, like, you probably wouldn't see. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. Oh, hi, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I just finished building this like floating house. It's got this like, well, we've also been talking for like 20 minutes about nothing, but I built this kind of cool floating fairy house. So the fairies have to like teleport around to it, but it's all upstairs and there's like a secret basement too. So anyway, I am also unfortunately about to go and find someone to raid myself. I'm so sorry to like have you raid and then me run, but I was just wrapping up the stream so we could go find somebody to raid, but it's been a lot of fun and thank you for coming in. I appreciate that a ton. We can raid together maybe, because I was gonna go wrap it up right here. So tomorrow we're gonna finish our very veggie challenge build. That is the plan. And then on Saturday we'll play very veggie probably. I think I'm gonna go raid Zeph. I feel like I don't get to raid Zeph that often. Medieval Drama Legacy? What? I wanna see what that is. Medieval Drama Legacy. I think she's building some kind of village or something. I'm very curious about that. So we'll go say hi to Zeph. Thank you for hanging out. I'm sorry I was gone for a few days, but we'll be back to normal streams this weekend and stuff. So does Brew know? That's a good question. We should ask Brew because Brew would love that. You're right. I bet it's a lot of custom content, so I'm kind of curious. But we'll go see. Oh yeah, the T-Pain live stream is later. The Sims, what time is that at? The Sims is doing a live stream with T-Pain later. Announcements? At 8 p.m. tonight on Twitch and YouTube. T-Pain and It's Me Troy are doing a live stream with the Sims pack at 8 o'clock Eastern. It's currently 3:30-ish Eastern, so in a few hours. Oh my gosh, Tiny Justice, hi, thank you for the raid too. I'm so sorry, we're also raiding, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it a ton. We'll raid together as a group. That's in a few hours, so I'll probably, I'm gonna be gone though. I won't be home. Oh man. I think I'll watch it back though, because I'm gonna be kind of curious about it. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you again so much for being here, and I'll catch you all later, okay? Okay, goodbye! And stop streaming.